sports fan, every coach.
He's going to bowl his way forward across the 35 to 36 for a gain of 6 yards.
Yeah, he's one of those backs. Looks like that he falls forward, Kane. When he gets hit, he's still going to fall forward for some yards. Chase Valley going hurry up.
Yeah, they're wasting no time here. Sims looking to throw over the middle, goes incomplete as he's looking for Sanders on the deep crossing route, and they're bringing on 4th down.
That makes me think that that was really a mix-up in communication between quarterback Sims and receiver Olds there. He should have taken that a little bit further up the hash. He did not, and Shades Valley has to punt.
So 4th down, and Connor Bradford will be back deep to receive the kick here for the Mustangs.
Very good hands, Connor Bradford, sure hands team. Good guy to have returning punts for the Mustangs.
Shades Valley still has 8 on the play clock. Stanhope coming after, the kick is away. They hit it about the 35 and take a roll for Shades Valley, and will be down to the 26-yard line. So Stanhope Elmore will start out 1st and 10, and we'll see the quarterback Kerensky McGee lead the Mustangs out here onto the field.
Punter Aaron Swan for Shades Valley did a good job there getting that ball off. That looked like that could have been blocked, Kane. It was close.
So Stanhope Elmore very diverse on offense. They're going to have Duncan usually in the backfield with McGee as they'll start out here, with 2 receivers to each side. I got motion Anderson to the right. Duncan gets a handoff on 1st down, and not much happening in there. In fact, he's going to lose a yard on the play.
Good job of the Shades Valley defense, led by number 37, kind of leading the charge on that. We talked about their linebackers already, but number 37, Mitchell Etheridge, in on the stop. Really good swarming to the ball carrier that time by the Mounties.
So 2nd down and 11 from the 25.
Mounties, not a name you hear much of a mascot down in the South.
No, you do not. McKee's going to throw it out here. It is complete to the near sideline, and good positive yardage there as the pass is complete to Anderson. He's going to pick up about 10. It's going to bring up a 3rd down and 1.
He did a good job that time of turning his shoulder pads and turning upfield, squaring his shoulders to get about 2 or 3 extra yards.
So 3rd and 1 at the 35. Duncan stays in the backfield with McGee. 3 receivers split to the far side. And we have a whistle and a flag. That may be offsides here on Shades Valley. And it's going to be a free 5 here, and that's not what Shades Valley wants to do.
No, when you are in 3rd and 1 and you're trying to get the ball back, although it may have been 4-down territory anyway for Stanhope in this situation, you just give them a free 1st down right there.
So Bradford off to the right along with Harris in the formation, Duncan in the backfield. And they're going to hand this Duncan off left side, and again, he makes it back to about the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Yeah, good job again by the Shades Valley defense. That time, number 57 on the stop, Dale Creer, and they are linebacker-driven. Their linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage really at the point of attack, do a good job.
2nd and 10, still a trips formation to the right. Bradford in the slot. They're going to look to throw here. And they hit Bradford on the slant in, and he's going to have the 1st down as he falls forward out to the 47-yard line for a gain of 13.
Nice throw that time by McGee, put it right on the money. But Bradford, going in traffic, Kane, it's very easy to kind of get alligator arms or look up, but he hung on to the ball and got a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line after the gain of 13. 2nd 1st down here for the Mustangs on this drive. He's going to look to throw again to the right side. There's a flag on the play down in the area of offensive holding as that one goes incomplete.
Yeah, that ball just kind of sailed on McGee that time right over Harris's head. Would have come back anyway.
So let's see what the flag is here.
They got it's a hold.
A chop block called on Stanhope Elmore.
Yeah, they're trying to clean that up. You don't want to go downfield and go and engage the defensive lineman like that. It's how knees get taken out.
So it'll be 2nd down and about 19 here for Stanhope Elmore.
As the band from Shades Valley starts to make their way to their seats.
Yeah, they're piling in here. 9 minutes left in the 1st quarter. They're going to look to throw here on 2nd down. It's going to be a screen pass here to the near side. It's going to be complete. Some good blocking out there, some good yardage. That's going to be number 12, Xavier Hall, on the reception there. Bring up a 3rd down and short here for the Mustangs.
It's amazing just watching the little nuances of a play develop and how different the outcome could be. Because Hall cut that inside, when he made the catch and didn't stay outside, he got almost first down yardage.
So it's 3rd down and 3 for Stanhope Elmore. As Hall's in the backfield here with three receivers to the far side. High snap. Hall's going to get it to left. He's hit. He spins forward. It's going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot here.
Yeah, he spun, and they had a hold of his shoulder pads, but he was able to get another. He was able to get a yard. So 4th and 1 for Stanhope.
And Duncan checks back into the game here for Stanhope Elmore as the ball is on the 38-yard line. 4-down territory here for Coach Bradford and the staff. Shades Valley showing blitz. They walk the linebackers up out to the outside. Still 12 seconds on the play clock. Gonna get it. And Duncan gets it. He breaks loose. They cross the 30, gets a good block from Anderson. Receiver down the sideline, 20, down, knocked out of bounds inside the 10-yard line, and it's going to be 1st and goal for Stanhope Elmore.
Great run by Duncan, goes inside, then bounces it outside, but great hustle by one of the linebackers we talked about, Sam Howard, to knock Duncan out of bounds and save a touchdown.
So Caden Anderson out there blocking, and the receiver springs him loose in the 2nd level, so it's 1st and goal for Stanhope Elmore at the 6-yard line as the Mustangs advance into the red zone. This time they're going to put Xavier Hall back into the game at the running back position. He's going to get the handoff right side, inside the 5. He dives towards the goal line as a late flag comes in. Let's see what the call is. It's going to be a holding penalty on Stanhope Elmore.
Kane, do you got Powers in the game?
I have Powers. I see 7 Powers, and I see McGee. Powers, I got to assume he's the quarterback. It's been McGee most of the year, but Powers is in there right now. You're correct.
I was wondering if it was just a number on the roster thing, but Powers has been one in this drive for Stanhope.
In fact, it looks like McGee's sitting over here on the bench at number 6.
Oh, yeah, he sure is.
So Powers in here for Stanhope Elmore. To bring up first, check that 2nd and check that 1st and goal at the 20. So there's a big penalty from the spot foul there. We're going to look to pass here on a wheel route, and it goes incomplete as he was looking for Harris here on the near side, and it'll bring up 2nd and long.
Tough throw to drop in there. The defensive back, number 20 for Shades Valley, Tajazi Means did a nice job, did a nice job of using the sideline as another defender.
So 2nd and goal from the 20.
Correction, that was Micah Layton on the defense there.
Harris out here to the near side with Anderson. Bradford on the far side to the right in the slot. They're going to move Anderson out in the formation. They're going to throw it late. It goes off the hands of Bradford, and that's going to be a legal motion on Stanhope Elmore as Anderson was moving before the ball was snapped there.
Yeah, a little high throw to Bradford. Did his best to kind of stretch out and try to extend, but the ball was just too high and overthrown.
So illegal motion on Stanhope Elmore, and Shades Valley is going to march him back 5 more yards.
How big is the play now with Howard hustling and knocking Duncan out of bounds, which looked like a sure touchdown? That's why you never give up on a play.
Yeah, so it forced him here in this 2nd and goal from the 25-yard line as they're going to empty the backfield, Stanhope Elmore is. Powers back there by himself. He's going to look to throw. Going deep over the middle. And it goes incomplete. And they'll bring up 3rd down and long for Stanhope Elmore.
Allen McMillan looked like he was being held there. And as he threw his hands up in the air at the 5-yard line, referee said no, he was not.
So 3rd and goal. I would say they're probably outside Pressetti's field goal range at this point, so they're going to have to pick up at least some of the yardage here if they want to attempt the field goal. May still be a 4-down situation depending on how the 3rd down plays out.
Yeah, you're going to have to get at least half of it right here.
So they'll go trips to the left. Xavier Hall in the backfield. They're going to look to throw one-on-one on the far sideline over there. And it's going to be caught for the touchdown for Stanhope Elmore. It is complete. McMillan on the reception.
Great throw that time by Powers, but better job of hand fighting by McMillan. He went up, got the ball 50-50, fought for it. You love to see that with a receiver.
So one-on-one coverage over there, and McMillan goes and makes the play. We've seen him have a couple big returns earlier this year against Chilton County. And now the extra point attempt for Stanhope Elmore. as Pressetti comes on here. Looks like Xavier Hall is the holder for Stanhope Elmore. Good snap and spot. Kick is up. And it's good. So our new score here in Millbrook, it is Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley nothing. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So a 75-yard touchdown drive for Stanhope Elmore to start things off. A great start. Coach Bradford has to be happy with that.
Yeah, I mean, they overcame adversity, Kane. They got down to the 5-yard line and then had some penalties and, had to got marched back, but still on a big third down play, overcame some of that adversity and obstacles and was able to punch it in the end zone.
So Pressetti will get ready to kick it off here. And Shades Valley set the return. Their opening possession went 3 and out. Going to be kicked to the near sideline here. It's going to hit and go out of bounds, so Shades Valley is going to get decent field position out of that.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to do that after scoring a touchdown and convert. We talked about special teams. That is a special team error right there when you kick the ball out of bounds and give Shades Valley good field position.
So Pressetti was able to nail the extra point there. That's 6 in a row for him as the field goal kicker, but the mistake with the ball going out of bounds. They could always have an option of making them re-kick it.
I think that's what it looks. Nope. Now he's coming off. They kind of deked us there on that.
So it looks like Shades Valley will get the choice of also what hash they wanted on, excuse me. And so they're going to put it on the far side hash there on the 35-yard line. 6:40 left here, first quarter, from Foshee Henderson Stadium. As Sims comes out of quarterback with Williams in the backfield with him. They're going to hand this off on a little jet sweep here coming to the near side. And good containment there by Stanhope Elmore as Sanders is wrapped up for a loss of yardage on the play.
That's how you tackle right there. It's how you gang tackle, swarm to the football. Never, ever anticipate that your teammates got the man down. You don't want to assume, so great job by the Mustangs defensively there.
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd and 11. Shades Valley going at warp speed here, getting plays in. They're going to hand this off Williams left side. He's hitting the backfield. He's going to drive forward across the 35 to about the 37 for 3 yards to bring up a 3rd down and long.
Just a kind of a token 3-yard gain, but he made something out of nothing. Should have been stopped for a 1-yard loss in the backfield.
So 3rd down and 8 for the Mounties on the 37-yard line. Motion again. This time they're going to look to throw. Going over the middle late, and it's almost intercepted as they were looking for number 12 there for Shades Valley on the route. That was Jones on the intended receiver be 4th down.
Looking for Darion Jones, and he had a step on the defender, but Sims just threw it late and threw it low.
And one of the keys we talked about in the early game, in the pregame show, the passing game here has been a struggle so far for Shades Valley.
Yeah, after that first drop, first play of the game where they had some, it would have been a successful play.
So 4th down. Bradford back deep to receive the kick. Here come the Mustangs after it again. The kick is away.
That's a great job by Swan.
Bradford picks it up, though, to stop him from going further towards the goal line. He's going to get it out to about the 21-yard line, so a heads-up play by him. So 5:23 left first quarter. We'll keep it right here. Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley nothing.
You get the feeling that at some point tonight they're coming so close, Stanhope's going to block a punt. Swan's done a great job of not only getting it off, but that was a nice punt to go flip the field and go all the way to the 20-yard line.
So Jeremy Powers, the quarterback. We had anticipated McGee being in there on the first drive. They kind of threw a curveball at us. Like we've been seeing a lot of curveballs all day.
Yep.
We see McGee down here on the sideline. I'm not sure what the issue is. So Powers is in the game. They're going to go trips here to the near side. Stanhope Elmore is. And Duncan is back in at running back as Anderson goes in motion. Going to run a little toss here to Duncan's, and high pitch, but he brings it in, and he's going to turn the corner, get across the 25, lowers the shoulder, and he's out near the 30-yard line for a gain of about 8 yards.
Nice run by Duncan. Makes a little, get 8 yards out of that. Had to reach for the ball and really turned upfield nicely and hit that seam quickly.
So 2nd down and 8 at the 30. Duncan stays in the game here for Stanhope Elmore. As I'll go to 2 receivers on each side, with McMillan and Bradford to the far right. Anderson goes in motion. Duncan gets a handoff again to the left, and he's going to be close to the 1st down there at the 32-yard line.
Probably about a half a yard short, but he should have been stopped at the 30 and kind of made a little move, a little quick cut. So it's 3rd and 1. He does get a yard, does Duncan.
So 3rd and 1 at the 31. Duncan stays in the game. Offset to the left with Anderson and Harris, the receivers down here at the bottom of the screen. And they're going to pull it. Powers pulls it. He's going to have the 1st down. Look out. Across the 40. Out to the 45. It's going to be a gain of 16 yards and a 1st down for Jeremy Powers.
Yeah, they executed that, Kane, really well because they kept giving the ball to Duncan. And you just know that first time he pulls it, there's going to be some daylight. And Powers picks up 16 yards and a Mustang 1st down.
So Stanhope Elmore on the move again. 4 minutes and counting here in the 1st quarter. 7-0 Stanhope Elmore leads it here from Fochie Henderson Stadium. As the Mustangs hurry to the line, but now they look to the sideline for the signal. Powers going to throw out here on the near side, complete to Anderson. And he is pushed out of bounds at about the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice job on 1st down, throwing the ball on 1st down, changing it up a little bit. Nice intermediate pass. You love picking up 9 yards on 1st down. Nice outcut by Anderson that time.
So we saw this against Chilton County. Stanhope Elmore was very effective with the short passing game in the week 1 win up in Clanton. And been effective so far here tonight. High snap. Powers gets it. Looks for Bradford. Complete over there. As Bradford spins forward to about the 35, it's going to be a gain of 9 in the 1st down.
Athletic play by Powers just to get the snap, then to get it to his throwing arm real quick and find Bradford was a very athletic move by the quarterback from Stanhope.
Powers looking pretty good here in the early going. He has 4 for 7 in the early going here in the 1st quarter. They're going to throw it out here to Harris. Gets a block from Anderson, but a nice open field tackle that time for Shades Valley. It looks like it was number 14 on the tackle for the Mounties. That was Smith.
Yeah, that was a great open field tackle, or he gets upfield, and who knows what happens at that point. So because of that, the play didn't gain any yards.
Under 3 to play here in the 1st quarter. 2nd down and 10 from the 35-yard line. Again, 2 receivers to each side. Powers going to look to throw. Pump fakes. Now takes off. It opens up for him here inside the 30. Inside the 25. He's going to have another 1st down to the 23 on the pickup of 12.
I really like the mix of the offensive coordinator for Stanhope that's calling right now. Got Shades Valley on his heels a little bit, but he's been very balanced, and you really can't tell what play he's going to call. He can throw it, quarterback draw, the quick hitches. Really doing a good job of calling plays.
Almost feels like Stanhope Elmore is a play ahead of Shades Valley at the moment. We're going to run a little reverse here. Coming to the near side, and that is going to be spinning his way inside the 15-yard line. McMillan. He's going to pick up. Now the ball came loose late, but they're going to rule him down, so it's going to be a gain of 8 on the play.
Yeah, McMillan runs that little backside reverse, and he got hammered at the 15-yard line, but not before he gains 8 on the play.
McMillan had the 2 kickoff returns against Chilton County of 90 yards and 86 yards in that contest. He's been a weapon so far here in the 1st quarter tonight. There's a handoff to Duncan on the right side. He plows forward, and he's going to be close to another 1st down.
Yeah, that was just a little bread and butter play right there. Give it to Duncan, pick up the 1st down, get to the line of scrimmage, and run your next play.
Clock stop, 1:40 left in the 1st quarter. Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley nothing. Duncan stays in the backfield with Powers, and now it looks like Shades Valley jumped offside.
Really jumped off sides. He was in the backfield.
The official had just blown the whistle into play, so yeah. I didn't think Powers was able to get ready to give a signal there. So it's a free 5 for the Mustangs. 1st and 5 at about the 8-yard line.
He anticipated Stanhope going fast. They went fast, but not that quick.
So Bradford and McMillan to the right, Harris and Anderson to the left of the formation. Powers is going to look to throw. He's going for Anderson in the corner of the end zone. He makes a nice grab. Was he in? They're going to say no. His foot was out of bounds. So it was a nice grab. Could not drag the foot and bring up third down.
Really nice touch on that ball that time by Powers. He just let him just a little too much to the boundary, or that's 6.
Threw it in an area where only his receiver's going to catch it, though. It was either going to be a catch or an incomplete pass.
And the receiver or the defender actually fell down for Shades Valley.
So to bring up 2nd and 5. Trips to the right this time. Duncan gets the handoff, and he is met in the backfield for a loss in the play. The Shades Valley defensive line making a stand here.
Yeah, Shades Valley anticipated that read very, very well. He was able to throw the ball carrier down. Duncan had nowhere to go. Couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage.
So loss of 2 on the play. 3rd and 7 as we tick under a minute here at Foshee-Henderson Stadium in the first quarter.
Got Bradford split out wide instead of in the slot and McMillan in the slot. So they've kind of switched spots on the field there, Kane.
Same here on the left with Anderson out wide this time with Harris in the slot for the Mustangs. Here comes a blitz. Powers going to look to throw, going for the corner of the end zone. And it's going to fall incomplete. It'll be a 4th down and decision time for Stanhope Elmore, as it looks like the field goal kicker Persetti's going to head on out.
Yeah, they're in his range. 27-yard field goal attempt right here to get this lead extended to 10-0.
4th and 7. And the kicker, Dylan Persetti for Stanhope Elmore, has made 6 consecutive extra points. Struggled in the opening week against Chilton County. Had some struggles against Benjamin Russell. Kind of righted the ship last week against Calera. This will be a 27-yard attempt. Good snap and spot. Kicks up. And it is no good. Looks like it is wide to the right. So we'll keep it right here. A good stand for Shades Valley here to not give up any points despite all that yardage.
Yeah, and Stanhope shocked that wasn't good. I mean, from their vantage point, they thought that went right through the uprights. They called that no good. I couldn't tell if it went wide right or wide left.
One issue here, when I see this, I was up at Holtville the other night. Here, unlike Crampton Bowl or some of the other stadiums, the goalposts are not very high.
Right. I was just going to say that. It's tough to gauge it when it's that low.
Very low standing. The uprights maybe 10 feet high instead of headed towards like a Crampton Bowl, or we've seen up in Chilton County or down at Trinity. But nevertheless, it'll be 1st and 10 for Shades Valley, and they'll get the ball. Should come out to the 20-yard line here after the missed field goal.
And as you mentioned, big defensive stand that time for the Mounties.
So Shades Valley still looking for their first down of the game. Had a couple 3-and-outs here. Haven't been able to get Williams going so far. 2 carries for just 9 yards. And this time Williams going to get it to the left. He's trying to get the corner. Good pursuit out there by Stanhope Elmore as he was run out of bounds for a very short gain.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really his game to get outside like that. He looks like a back that runs a little bit better between the tackles and falls forward, where he gets the majority of his yards. But Stanhope must be doing something that's dictating that for Williams to keep bouncing outside.
So trips to the near side. They're going to look to throw it. And the quarterback, Sims, is going to take off. It opens up for him across the 30. He's going to lower the shoulder and get the first down out to the 31. So a gain of 10 that time.
Yeah, Sims, we think, is a converted wide receiver to quarterback, so he can run with the ball. He is their second leading rusher behind Williams. He's averaging about 7 yards a pop.
See if the Mounties can get another playoff. They are going to. And Williams comes near this side, and he's going to square forward for about 2 yards, and that will bring us to triple zeros here in the first quarter. So our score here on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week, it is Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley nothing. We'll be back in just a moment.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country, playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
We're welcome back to Foshee Henderson Stadium, the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Stanhope Elmore leads us 7-0 as Shades Valley has a 2nd down and 8 on their own 33. They go empty this time. And there's some movement up front. Looks like it's going to be all sides on Stanhope Elmore.
Good job that time by Sims, changing his cadence and made Stanhope jump off sides.
If you're Shades Valley, you have to like where you're at. This was the first quarter dominated by Stanhope Elmore, but yet the score is only 7-0.
Yeah, I mean, dominate statistic-wise, time of possession, everything. And you're 1 score away.
Sanders by himself in the backfield is going to look to throw it out here. Gets it to the near side, complete to Old A. I just don't know if that's Old or Old A, but O-L-D-E. What do you want to go with, Darryl?
I've got Olds.
Olds, okay.
Yes.
O-L-D-S, okay.
And the reason why sometimes we're up here kind of in the dark, so the lights aren't bleeding
lights are not
through.
behind us here.
Yes.
And I'm getting old, so that's just a reality. But here's Sanders rolling right. Looks like an RPO option as the pass is dropped out there as it falls incomplete.
Sanders, one of their better receivers, kind of looked upfield. Kane was looking to see how much yardage he had in open space, and there's a Shades Valley player down.
So we have an injured player down for Shades Valley here with 11:36 left in the second quarter. But it's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 in just a moment. So we're going to take a quick timeout here while they attend to the injured player. It's Stanhope Elmore 7 and Shades Valley nothing.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. You can go to Facebook, like us on there on Facebook. You can follow us on Twitter at MyMGM Sports. You can watch us on YouTube. Search Montgomery Sports Network. You can also go to our website, mymgmsports.com, and find games there and so forth. Next week, we will be heading out to East Montgomery again for the Montgomery Academy versus Trinity game.
And it's a pink out night. I've learned that that is everybody that's on both sides is Montgomery Academy and Trinity is wearing pink for the cancer awareness.
So 2nd down and 10 for the Mounties. Still looking for their first completion tonight. The passing game's been a struggle here, as we mentioned in the pregame show. As Sims calls the signals. He's going to throw it here. A nice pass to the man out of the backfield. And some big positive yardage there for Shades Valley. The pass is complete to number 4, Slaughter.
Remember, Slaughter's the one who dropped the pass to open the game on the exact same route. This time they hit it, and he gets it for 22.
So 1st and 10, and Shades Valley wasting no time. They're up to the line quickly. And this time dragged down in the backfield is going to be the linebacker, Derek Butler, making the play for Stanhope Elmore.
Great play that time by Butler. Great anticipation. He knew that they didn't hand the ball off to A.J. Williams. He stayed with Sims on the keeper and throws him down for a loss.
So Sims loses 7 yards on the play. 2nd and 17 all the way back to the 40 as Shades Valley goes empty. Sims going to roll to the right, throws, the pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage that time. It looks like number 9, Cordell Love, knocked it down.
Yeah, you got to make that pass a little bit higher and a little bit more zip on it. He kind of just threw it out in the flat and threw it flat. And that pass has got to be a little bit more urgency with the zip.
So 3rd down and 17 for Shades Valley. And as this is one of the few times tonight they've actually stood around, looked at the sideline for a signal. They've been going very fast. Play clock is down to 10 seconds here as they break this kind of muddle huddle. And they're actually going to go under center here. But they're going to look play action. Sims looking. He's forced. He's hit. Gets out of it, though. Throws late. A lot of men down there. is knocked down the last second by Stanhope Elmore. There were two receivers in the area as the play developed late.
Sims gave himself a chance, though. He threw it up. It was kind of up for grabs, but number 3, Sanders did have a chance to catch that for Shades Valley.
So 4th down and 17. It looks like Shades Valley's going to punt.
Yeah, you can play the field position game here and go ahead and pin Stanhope Elmore deep. You go for it here and don't get it with it being 4th and 17. You give Stanhope prime field position.
So 4th down. It looks like Smith is doing the punting for Shades Valley. Bradford standing at his 10-yard line. Kicks away. Bradford calls for the fair catch here. Lets it roll, though, at the 15. Goes inside the 10. Boy, that is perfection right there for Shades Valley.
Yep, that's what they were looking for. That's why they're punting. And now they've really flipped field position and put themselves in a good position defensively.
So it is
special teams. Bradford has got to make that. He's got to call for the fair catch. He saves 20 yards there if he makes the fair catch.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of in the area to catch it, but it hit and rolled at the 15. So it's 1st down and 10 for Stanhope Elmore on their own 3-yard line as they are backed up 7-0. The Mustangs lead it here. 10:22 left in the first quarter. As they're going to go again with the 2 receivers to each side. Duncan in the backfield with Powers. Duncan gets the handoff. And a good job by the defensive line there. Just kind of stand up and get a stalemate, let those linebackers fly up to the football.
Yeah, that time, obviously, Duncan had nowhere to go. He got 1 yard, and I'm wondering how conservative the Mustangs are going to go here in the shadow of their own goalpost.
So Powers, again, 2 receivers to each side. Bradford in the slot on the near side here. One of their big play receivers. Powers going to look to put it up. He looks off to the left, has a man streaking down the sideline over there. And a diving attempt that falls incomplete just out of the outstretched hands of Harris to bring up 3rd down.
Harris was wide open. He ran right by the defender like he was standing still. And that's an example where Powers just needs to put a little air under it. Even if you throw that ball short, Kane, what you don't want to do is overthrow it, even if you've got to underthrow a little bit so your man catches the ball.
So 3rd down and 9. Let's see if they get some punting room here potentially, or if they try to take another shot down the field. 2 deep safeties here for Shades Valley. Powers throws over the middle late, and it goes incomplete. Threw it behind Bradford, and he's lucky that was not intercepted that time.
Very dangerous throw when you throw over the middle late. And now the strategy for Shades Valley pays off. Them punting, they're going to get good field position. And I wonder if they're going to pin their ears back here and try to block this, or if they're going to set up the return. Dangerous man. Keandre Sanders back deep to receive for Shades Valley.
Bo Spearman on the coverage that time for Shades Valley had his hands around the football. So 4th and 9, 9:43 left, second quarter. Shades Valley has 10 men up the line of scrimmage. Snap, kick is very short coming to the near sideline here. Hits at about the 30. And just kind of dies at the 33-yard line. It's a 30-yard punt, but Shades Valley nets great field position here out of this exchange.
Yeah, I mean, they basically improved a little bit on their field position what they had when they punted. A little bit of a net 10-yard gain there. So they're set up. I'd look for that little hitch again to Slaughter. It's open, that little slant. Stanhope Elmore has not covered that pattern well tonight at all. Slaughter is in the game. It'd be nice to see that on 1st down.
So Sims, the quarterback, comes out here with his main running back, Williams, who has not gotten started tonight. Just 3 carries for 10 yards. Going to motion Slaughter to the right. Williams gets it between the tackles. This time he's loose inside the 25, driving inside the 20, down to the 19-yard line. So pick up a 14 and a 1st down.
That's his forte. That's the way he needs to run the football. Quit trying to go outside, run between the tackles, and lean forward.
So 1st and 10, Shades Valley quickly at the line. Williams, or no, check that. It's going to be Sims pulling the ball late, and he's going to get a couple yards down to the 15-yard line.
You know, Kane, even if you get 2 or 3 yards on that, it's still an effective play because it keeps the defense honest. As long as you don't lose yardage on that, it really sets it up for something else down the road.
2nd and 7 at the 15. Williams lined up behind Sims in the formation. As they got Olds down here at the bottom of the screen to our left. They're going to look to throw. Sims tries to take off. He's met, gets away from one defender, escapes another, throws it late, gets it out, throws the ball out of bounds. That's a great heady play by him to get rid of the football.
Smart play, could have been sacked, got outside the tackle box, got outside the hashes, and threw the ball away, didn't try to force anything.
So third down and long here for Shades Valley.
Because if you're Shades Valley, Kane, you've got to come away with points in this drive. It would be so demoralizing if they couldn't.
Third down, we'll call it 7 from the 15. Stanhope showing blitz, and they may have jumped offside.
Yeah, that's another penalty that they just cannot afford to have right there. Now that puts you at 3rd and 3, which is so much more manageable, and in all intents and purposes gets you in field goal range.
So third down, ball resting at the 10-yard line. They have to get just inside the 8 to get a first down here for Shades Valley.
I mean, give the ball to Williams between the tackles, bread and butter.
Slaughter moves across the formation. Williams gets it, kind of dances to his right. He has the first down. He's going to break into the end zone for the touchdown for Shades Valley as they are on the board here on the 10-yard touchdown run from A.J. Williams.
You can see the difference, Kane, when Williams runs between the tackles, though, as opposed to going outside. His running style is so conducive to running between the tackles, and you're not going to tackle him around the legs. He keeps going.
So extra point attempt coming up. They got a little side formation here. I don't see the kicker that was warming up in the pregame yet, so it looks like they're going to go with it here and go for 2, Shades Valley. As Sims is calling the signal, he's going to roll to his left. He looks, he throws, he has a man open in the back of the end zone. Is it caught and held on to? They're going to say no, he could not hang on to it. It goes incomplete, so Shades Valley taking a chance. They're going for 2.
Man, and it was a good play, good design, well-designed play, good concept. And it was there. It's just Anderson cannot hold on.
So our new score here, 8:09 left in the second quarter. It is Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley 6. You're watching the Extermin-Tech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So Shades Valley, with the exchange of field position on the punts, goes 33 yards, misses the extra point, going for 2. It is 7-6 Stanhope Elmore, as it looks like Teddy Harris and Allie McMillan are back deep for the Mustangs.
Well, I love it when one of our keys to the game, 2 of the keys have already played out, Williams and special teams.
Kick is away. It's going to be McMillan, takes it at about a 7. Comes to the near side across the 25. It breaks open for him. Look, trying to get the corner at the 35, working towards the sideline. Has some blockers out there. Breaks, cuts it back across midfield. Nice return for Stanhope Elmore as they get into Shades Valley territory.
Great kickoff return by McMillan. He's dangerous. Looked like he could have went, but as it is, gets the ball into Shades Valley territory where Stanhope is set up 1st and 10.
So Power still in a quarterback here for Stanhope Elmore as they're switching some receivers in and out here as they open this drive here to start the middle of the second quarter. Duncan at running back. He's going to get the handoff on the first play here. A little crossbuck action. He's across the 45 to the 44 for a short gain.
Yeah, and that time when he got hit by the Shades Valley defense, he went backwards. And that's the difference of the running backs right now. Williams is falling forward. Duncan, who's run hard, had some good runs tonight, really gets stopped after just a 2-yard gain and can't go forward.
So Harris goes out to the far left, Anderson to the far right here in the formation. And it looks like Shades Valley jumped off sides again. We've seen that several times tonight for both teams.
Yeah, there's just too much anticipation of the snap count by both teams. It's undisciplined. And if I'm a defensive line coach, I work on that in practice. I mean, you're doing yourself no favor by trying to jump the count. It's actually putting your team in a hole.
Well, if I had $1 for every time one of those coaches is yelling, watch the ball right now, we could be sitting pretty. But it's 2nd down and 3. They're going to throw it here. Powers goes left. It's complete out there. I believe that's number 28 on the reception for Stanhope Elmore. It's going to be enough for the first down.
Nice little sit down right that time to Tyus. Jonathan, well, I don't have Tyus. I don't have a 28.
You have to look down the roster there.
PA announcer doesn't have it either.
PA announcer doesn't have it either, so I don't feel so bad. So 1st and 10 here at the 34 for Stanhope Elmore. That was their 6th first down of the evening here.
We will refer to him the rest of the night as number 28.
Handoff Duncan, left side, breaks one tackle, then he's hit by a wave of Mounties after a gain of about 3.
Yeah, he slid through the wrong hole that time. You can't blame Duncan, but he picked the wrong gap to go to, and because of that, he stopped for a 2-yard gain.
Clock ticking towards the 6-minute mark here before halftime. Stanhope Elmore 7, Shades Valley 6. As Anderson is in the slot over here on the right side, along with Harris out wide. Power still calling the signals at quarterback. Throws it late, and it's going to be intercepted, and that might be a pick 6 for Shades Valley. Racing down the sideline, and it's going to be about 65 yards for the score. And that is number 3, Sanders, on the interception for Shades Valley.
Yeah, Sanders playing both ways. He's the leading receiver for Shades Valley, but that time playing DB, just sitting back, and just a bad read that time by Powers, and he throws it for the pick 6.
So it is now 12-7 as Shades Valley will see if they go for 2 again here. The Mustang defense has to run out there quickly as they were sitting on the sideline. Sometimes 6A level you see guys only go one way. We've seen that in Montgomery, Lanier, Carver, a couple guys going both ways. See that here again tonight for Shades Valley. Just really depends on the depth for each school. So it's 12-7 Shades Valley, 5:52 left here until halftime as they are kind of huddled up again here. Looks like they're going to go for 2. And now the official trying to first get the football. And the second part here, what do they want to put on the hash or in the middle of the field? Almost looked like Shades Valley was sitting back in zone that time.
Yeah, and that's a really promising drive. I mean, the kickoff return sets you up in Shades Valley territory, and that doubly stings.
So Sims is going to break him out of the little muddle huddle here. Line comes out late. And now we have a whistle and a timeout taken by Stanhope Elmore. We'll keep it right here for the extra point, and we'll go to break after the
couldn't get number 3 on the field that time. Derek Butler was trying to get on.
And he's the main linebacker, one of the leading tacklers for Stanhope Elmore. They don't want to be out there without him. So 5:52 left. If you're just joining us, you're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Stanhope Elmore versus Shades Valley. It's homecoming for the Mustangs. Stanhope Elmore controlled the first quarter, Darryl, but only led 7-0, and here Shades Valley is taking advantage of that in the second quarter.
That's why it's dangerous when you don't get some separation when you're dominating. You're up 7-0, have a chance to go up 14-0. You let a team hang around feeling good about themselves, and this is what happens.
So the ball is resting in the middle on the 3-yard line. As Shades Valley comes out of the timeout. Check out the timeout was taken by Stanhope Elmore. So Stanhope Elmore has 2 remaining. Shades Valley has all 3 here. And again, we got to get that muddle huddle you see Auburn do on Saturdays. Looks like Slaughter's in the backfield, and I'm going to shift the formation a little bit and go under center. Shades Valley, hard team to prepare for. It's going to be a reverse. Looks like they're trying to run the Philly special here in the pass, but they're going to take it in. It's going to be number 1 for Shades Valley on the conversion there. It's going to be Olds.
Yeah, they had an option there. Olds could have thrown the pass. Stanhope read that as there's a player down for the Mustangs. So he walked in, made the right call.
So we're our new score here. We're going to take a timeout. It is Shades Valley leading Stanhope Elmore 5:52 to halftime. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
So Stanhope Elmore, injured player on the extra point, didn't quite get a number. We see the medics down there, so we may have a slight delay. It's Shades Valley 14, Stanhope Elmore 7.
Yeah, it's a scary sight when you see the stretcher come out. or the actual that's just to carry him off with the ambulance right there in the end zone.
There was a big collision down there on the goal line on the extra point.
I saw him just laying on his stomach when we went to break. So don't want to speculate on an injury like that he's really covered up. It's hard to see.
Yeah, Coach Bradford and his staff is out there. The officials out there. The medics are right there in that end zone, so that's a good thing. But they wasted no time getting out here after this extra point attempt. So 5:52 left here. We're at Foshee Henderson Stadium here in Millbrook, where Stanhope Elmore on their homecoming now trails Shades Valley by a score of 14-7. And the crowd very quiet. Both teams on the sidelines here taking a knee. So just 5:52 to halftime. As we see the band here for Stanhope Elmore starting to head down, getting ready for the halftime festivities. And Shades Valley's band's probably happy just to have a seat right now after that long bus ride.
Yeah, long bus ride. Got in here with about 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And, again, from our vantage point, we can't see what's going on.
So the officials just kind of hovering over here. Seeing a parent or a family member maybe coming out of the crowd. There's a huge group of players down there now. Looks like
he's up.
Yeah, on his feet. Thank goodness. Still don't have a number at the moment.
And the best thing I love seeing is that stretcher going right back in the ambulance, unoccupied.
Yeah, number 94 there. That was Theodore Jackson for Stanhope Elmore. He is walking off, so that is a great sight to see there as he heads to the sideline. So Shades Valley will get ready to kick it off. And it looks like McMillan and Harris are going to go back deep for the Mustangs. McMillan with the big return last time gave great field position to Stanhope Elmore, but they weren't able to capitalize.
And you hate to see that for naught. Of course, the directive now for Stanhope, they're up 7-0, 14 unanswered by Shades Valley. How huge would it be, Kane? Then you got to get some points on the board going into halftime.
Yeah, they missed a field goal with the opportunity to go up 10-0, and we weren't sure. Here, the goalpost at Foshee Henderson Stadium. They may be the original goalpost from the stadium. I'm not sure, but the uprights don't go very high like you see at some of the other stadiums we cover on Friday night. So it was hard to tell if that kick was good or not. But nevertheless, here Shades Valley kicks it off. They're going to go back to this time. It looks like Harris gets underneath at the 10. And he comes out across the 25 out towards the 27 where the Mustangs will set up shop.
A lot better coverage that time by the Shades Valley special teams as they keep Harris with kind of a limited return there.
So Powers comes back out, the quarterback. We have not seen Kerensky McGee tonight, who's been the starter for several games for Stanhope Elmore. It's been all Powers so far. Had the good first 2 drives, but made the mistake there. We'll see how he bounces back. Bradford in the game in the slot. Anderson out far to the slot on the left side. Looks like McMillan at the bottom of our screen. 4-man front for Shades Valley, playing with 2 deep safeties. And I'm going to throw the ball here to Bradford. It goes off his hands, incomplete. Would have been close to a first down. Bring up second down and long, and that's one he would like to have back.
Yeah, Bradford's got to hold on to that. That was a good throw by Powers, that little seam route, that slant. And Bradford's got to catch that. If he does, that's a first down.
So second down and 10 at their own 27. Not much breeze here. Very hot and humid at the moment here in Millbrook. Going to look to throw again. Powers setting up a screen to McMillan. Has some blockers here and almost breaks out of it. He's going to pick up positive yardage out to the 34-yard line. Going to bring up third down and about 3 or 4 for Stanhope Elmore.
Yeah, McMillan has some words with the defensive back for Shades Valley. Gets warned by the official to get back in the huddle or the line of scrimmage.
So third down and 4 officially at the 34-yard line. They got to get out just past the 37. Trips to the left this time. Looks like Hall stays in the backfield at running back. Now the players turn to the sideline for a signal. It looks like the assistant coach is off to the left. They're calling in the plays for Stanhope Elmore. Xavier Hall gets it, drives forward. Kind of had the first down across the 40. A nice run.
Helmet comes off. Well, no, he's hurt. I mean, it came up on top of his forehead. That was a good run by Hall. He refused to go down and gets the first down.
His second carry of the night. That game, Blake gains 8 yards, so they're out to the 42-yard line. 4:50 and counting here to halftime. for Stanhope Elmore. They need to get some points here before the half. Duncan checks back in for the Mustangs. You called it, Darryl, there with the helmet issue. So trips to the left, Bradford in the slot on the far side, McMillan down to the bottom of our screen, 4-man front for Shades Valley. And a lot of movement up there, and that's going to be against Stanhope Elmore. I don't think they snapped the ball in time.
No, they fired off the ball before it was snapped. And again, penalties can hurt you. You get a nice little drive going. You got 4:31. Just very key drive here. You got to score. You keep shooting yourself in the foot.
That is the 6th penalty against Stanhope Elmore for 35 yards here. We're just past the midway point of the second quarter. Powers and company looking for the signals from the sideline. Bradford's going to go to the left to give a trips formation here. Oh, they dropped the snap. It's loose on the ground. It looks like Shades Valley may have had it. They are on top of the football. It is going to be recovered by Shades Valley. That is number 57 for Shades Valley, one of the players we highlighted in the pregame show, Dale Creer for Shades Valley.
That's a huge turnover. Now Shades Valley has a chance to punch another one in here and go up 2 scores on Stanhope.
So 1st down and 10 for Shades Valley.
And the way Williams is running right now, you can tell he's gaining steam, gaining momentum, and just getting stronger, more confidence. And either McGee is hurt or he's got to be suspended because he hasn't even made any kind of attempt to get in the game. He is staying engaged with his teammates on the sideline.
So they're going to move Slaughter in the formation to the right. Williams gets the handoff. He's hit at the line. Can't escape the first contact. Well, I tell you that he's able to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah, he does not need to go east-west, Kane. He is a north-south runner. Every time he goes east-west, he doesn't gain yards. He's got to stay up through the tackles and go north-south.
3:50 to halftime and counting. Clock is running. Mounties, this is the slowest we've seen them go all night. They were going so fast in the early going, couldn't pick up any first downs here.
Well, I guess they're smart. They don't want Stanhope to have a chance to get the ball back for the half.
Good point, as Sims is back there in the backfield. No running back with him, just the H-back now. Low snap. Sims gets it, throws out here complete. The number 2, that's going to be Olds. He's racing inside the 20, 10-5, touchdown, Shades Valley, just like that. 35 yards on the score.
Passing game for Shades Valley has really come alive, but I think that has a lot to do with the way A.J. Williams is running the football. It's dropping Stanhope back, and they're absolutely leaving some open gaps in the secondary, Kane.
So a nice move on the catch there by Olds. He made the cornerback miss and was able to beat the safety into the end zone. And it is now 20-7 Shades Valley. We'll see. I have not seen any motion for the kicker, so here we go again with these formations. Sims is back there with Williams. And now they're going to bring over, and looks like they're going to kick. Here comes the kicker from the far side. That's going to be number 80, Braxton Smith. Good snap and spot. Kick is high. And it's good. So our new score, 3:20 left at halftime. It's Shades Valley 21, Stanhope Elmore 7. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
So we're back at Foshie Henderson Stadium here in Millbrook. It is Shades Valley with 21 answered here to take the lead, 21-7 here in the second quarter, Darryl.
It's been, just one of those games where completely goes in the opposite direction. I haven't seen a game turn like this so dramatically in a long time. Stanhope was dominating, Stanhope was driving, and now it's 21 unanswered.
Kick is away. McMillan takes it at the 5. Heads toward the middle. Good, better coverage this time by Shades Valley as they're going to trap McMillan back inside the 20-yard line.
Yeah, they've adjusted on special teams. Their gunners and the guys going downfield doing a lot better job of bottling up that explosive McMillan and Harris and some of those guys that are weapons for Stanhope.
So Powers, the quarterback, back in. Duncan goes out there at running back. And we've had some mistakes by Stanhope Elmore, turnovers on the last 2 possessions that have hurt them. The Shades Valley's been able to cash in for points.
Needs to come to their car immediately.
Still looking to the sideline here for the signal. Powers is going to look to throw. Dumps it off on the screen pass to Duncan near side, and he runs himself out of bounds close to the first down. I think he's going to have it out near the 29, 30-yard line.
I like that play call coming out, a little screen pass, a little flare, get Duncan in open space, and he gets 12 yards.
So first down for Stanhope Elmore, 3:01 to halftime. Plenty of time for the Mustangs here. If I remember correctly, Shades Valley received the opening kickoff. So
they did.
An opportunity here to get some points before the half, get the momentum here. Here's Duncan breaking loose across the 40.
Ooh.
Runs over the safety out to the 45-yard line. Going to be 17 yards and another first down.
That's how you attack a defender. Just lowered his shoulder, not his helmet, but lowered his shoulder and absolutely rickrolled the defender that time of Shades Valley.
And now Stanhope back at the line quickly here, going with tempo. They're going to hand it off to Duncan again. He sidesteps one defender and is thrown back after a short gain out to the 48.
Yeah, good job that time by the defense of Shades Valley. 2:39, plenty of time, no rush. I think, 2 timeouts left for the Mustangs.
Yep, 2 timeouts. They burned one on the extra point earlier. Still 2 receivers to each side. Powers going to look to put it in the air. There's a whistle. And going to be a false start here on Stanhope Elmore. Another penalty.
Oh, that kills you. Every time they're gaining some momentum, Kane, and they're driving the ball, moving the ball down the field. Now that puts them behind the chains and a little more predictable. You got to clean those up.
And Coach Bradford not happy giving an earful there to the official on the near sideline. So second down, and we'll call it 13. As Stanhope Elmore has trips to the near side. Looks like Xavier Hall is out here at the bottom of the screen with Bradford and McMillan. They'll actually go empty here. Powers going to look to put it up in the air. Going deep. He's looking for, looked like McMillan. There's contact there. I don't see any flag. There was a lot of contact around the 35-yard line.
Yeah, he impeded his progress there. You've got to throw the flag. If you're the official, McMillan would have been able to get upfield and make a play on that football, and his progress was definitely stopped.
So third down to 13. Clock stopped 2:08. Mustangs desperately want some points, but the last thing they want to do right now is get the ball back to Shades Valley as fast as their offense is going on occasion this evening.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Got to get a first down here to be big.
Duncan Xavier Hall offset to the left as Powers going to look. There's another whistle. This one coming from the other sideline. Another illegal procedure penalty against Stanhope Elmore.
Man, this is where coaching, you earn your money because you get so frustrated. Got a good drive going. Penalty doesn't get called that you think should get called on pass interference. And now you're way behind the chains.
And I wonder, I haven't seen any linemen move the last time. Maybe receivers moving out there on the close to the sideline with it being thrown over there on the far side on that occasion. So third down and 18 now.
I'd go back to McMillan, though, down here at the bottom of your screen.
He's one-on-one down here, only one safety. Powers is going to look. He looked off the defender. They throw it late. McMillan can't adjust to it as it goes out of bounds. It was uncatchable. And Powers hits the ground back there. No call. Going to bring up fourth down and a punting situation for Stanhope Elmore.
Yeah, that throw's got to be more to the inside. You throw it out of bounds, you don't give McMillan a chance to make a play on it.
So 2:02 left.
And Stanhope is very frustrated, Kane. You can read body language. They're angry. That drive right there was just killed by penalties.
So number 3, Sanders, back deep. He had the pick 6 earlier to give Shades Valley the lead.
Shades Valley with 3 timeouts, too.
I got a man on cover down here. I don't know if Stanhope Elmore sees it. Nobody's covering. Now they come out there late. Now there's movement again. And I think that's going to be on Stanhope Elmore. It is. The uncovered receiver here, I think he was trying to motion to the punter to let him know that he was wide open. And unfortunately for him, he kind of fell forward a little bit. That's 3 false starts here, legal procedure penalties on this set of downs.
Yeah, 6 for the game, I believe.
I'm going to have to get my calculator out to figure out the penalty yards at halftime. 4th and 23. Kick is up, off. Sanders tells everybody to get away from it. It's going to take a good roll there for the Mustangs all the way down to the 20-yard line. So they're able to flip the field there a little bit. Yeah. Shades Valley gets it back with 152 to halftime.
Good punt that time by Harris. Pins them back to the 20. 152 with 3 timeouts, so plenty of time.
Yeah, Stanhope Elmore defense really needs to make a stand here and keep this at a 2-score game. 21-7, Shades Valley. They were dominated in the first quarter. Stanhope Elmore had all the momentum, then they couldn't capitalize on a field goal attempt. And since that point, it's been all Shades Valley here in the second quarter. It's been the tale of 2 quarters here in the first half. Receivers are stacked. I'm going to give this to Williams, right side. He has a lot of room over there across the 40. And out of bounds across the 30, out to the 35-yard line and out of bounds. It's another first down.
Yeah, Williams is starting to impose his will. And it looks like the curse of the praising of the running backs that we've had the last few games is over. Williams has lived up.
They're going to start the clock. They say he didn't get out of bounds. 1:40, the clock's running. Williams gets it right side. He gets it the corner again. Sidesteps the defender out across the 40 to the 41. Picks up 6 there. 1:25 and counting. Second and 4. Empty set this time with Sims in the backfield by himself.
Dodge Charger firefighters tag FFF481 needs to be moved or it will be towed.
Looking to throw. Complete to number 12. That's going to be Jones. He's going to have the first down across midfield down to the 47, but there's a flag on the play.
Holding, it looks like.
Yeah, the signal is holding. Well, yes, the white head official holding on the Mounties.
And that's a big penalty. Gain momentum. You're inside the 40, and now you're trying to get down to make it a 28-7 game. And now you're behind the sticks if you're Shades Valley.
So I'll mark that back to about the 28-yard line. So it'll bring up second down and 17 for the Mounties. Still 3 timeouts for Shades Valley. They're going to wind the clock here now, under a minute to play. And Shades Valley might just be content to take this to the half. Maybe another handoff here to Williams, see if he can do something. Play clock still has 15 on it. Now they start to get lined up here. Play clock is down to 5 seconds. Going to motion to the near side here. They're going to hand this off. And spinning out there. Man, Williams is tough to bring down. He almost got out of that. He's out to about the 34-yard line. That was a tough run for 6 or 7 yards there.
It was, and you got to be careful, though. That ball, the more you're moving your legs and getting stood up, the more you can come in and strip the ball if you're Stanhope.
Clock continues to run. Timeouts, neither side taking a timeout here. They might just be content to go to the half. So we're down under 10 seconds now. Empty set here for Shades Valley. Will they get the snap off? They will. Sims rolls to his right, throws it late out there in the flat, and it was complete to number 12, Jones. He's going to be thrown for a loss, but that's going to take us to triple zeros and the end of the first half here. But there's a flag on the play. Let's hold up for a second. There's a flag. I have not gotten an official signal yet, as both teams started towards the locker room.
They're going to decline it. If it was on the defense, I think you couldn't end the half.
Yeah. So holding against Shades Valley will be declined. So that'll take us to halftime. Our score at the half here on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week, it is Shades Valley 21, Stanhope Elmore 7. We'll be back in just a moment after a few words from our sponsors.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
Yo, check
1, 2. You asked for it, and now it's back. Yep. The new Yo at 100.5 on your dial. Classic hip hop from back in the days. Tom Joyner in the morning and classic hip hop all day.
Taking it back.
This is Yo music. This is Yo music. The new Yo is back. Now at 100.5 on your radio. The new Yo 100.5. Classic hip hop.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
Don't miss the gigantic floor model clearance sale now through Saturday at American Oak and More. Save up to 75%. Mirrors and latex pillows just $10. Rustic console was $11.88, now $3.99. Entertainment center was $35.08, now $6.99. Shop the clearance sale and save up to 75%. Be sure to check our Facebook page to see all clearance items. Interest-free financing available.
Like we've been saying for over 23 years, you don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood.
And welcome back to Foshee Henderson Stadium here in Millbrook, where at halftime the homestanding Stanhope Elmore Mustangs trail Shades Valley by a score of 21-7. You are watching the Montgomery Sports Network Exterminatech Pest Control Game of the Week here. You can go to our page on Facebook and search Montgomery Sports Network. Like us on Facebook. A lot of you have done that this afternoon. You can go follow us on Twitter at MyMGMSports. You can also go to our website, mymgmsports.com, and watch our games there on the online on our website and so forth. So a lot of avenues for you to watch the games and so on. You can be in a stadium, watch another game, still pull us up and so forth to watch our contest each and every week here on the Montgomery Sports Network. So we're here at halftime. It was a first quarter that was controlled and dominated by Stanhope Elmore. They led 7-0. Were on the verge of scoring a second touchdown. Had to settle for a field goal attempt that ended up missing. And since that point in the second quarter, it's pretty much been all Shades Valley, scoring 21 points, 14 of those coming off two turnovers here in the second quarter. Here at halftime, as you're watching the Pride of Millbrook band from Stanhope Elmore taking the field here. It is homecoming for the Mustangs at Foshee Henderson Stadium here for 2018. The homecoming ceremonies took place in the pregame show. So a lot of action out here tonight. Last night, if you watched us, we were down at Crampton Bowl down where Carver improved to 5-0 on the season with a resounding 43-7 victory over the Dothan Tigers. Carver 5-0, undefeated in their region, and they're off and rolling down there on Fairview Avenue. Up here in region play, this is a non-region game between Shades Valley and Stanhope Elmore as both teams step out of play. We mentioned this in the pregame that the Class 6A Region 3 matchups for Stanhope Elmore, only 6 teams in the region this year. Rather unusual, especially at the larger school classifications here in Alabama. The region, Stanhope Elmore and Wetumpka, both currently 2-0 in region play. Ben Russell, Opelika 1-1. Calera, which has just moved up to 6A, is now 0-2. And Selma is also 0-2 so far on this 2018 season. So we're here at halftime at Foshee Henderson Stadium. We thank Principal Fuller and Coach Bradford for having us here this week on such short notice and so on. Our staff are very appreciative of that here at halftime from Millbrook. So we're going to take a quick time out here at halftime, and we'll be back in a few moments with some halftime stats. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
The hits are on one station.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran.
This is Selena Gomez. Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Hits 107.1.
This is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Hey, this is Demi Lovato.
Hey, what's up? This is Omi. It's all the hits on one station.
The songs you love.
Get all the hits.
Montgomery's hottest hits.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin Bieber.
Tori Kelly here. I made the switch.
Every hour, 15 hits in a row.
Yeah.
Commercial-free music.
Montgomery's hot hit station. It's 107.1.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their number one goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
And welcome back to Millbrook, where halftime Shades Valley leads Stanhope Elmore 21-7 on the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week. Going to take a moment here at the half to look at a few stats in the first half. My name is Kane Young. I'm here with Darryl Dapprich, our color analyst here on the Montgomery Sports Network. First half, tale of two quarters for each team. First quarter controlled completely by Stanhope Elmore, and then the roles were reversed in the second quarter with Shades Valley putting 21 spot up on the board.
Yeah, the Mustangs had their way. They were moving the ball through the air and the ground. Looked like they were going to go up 10-0. Missed the field goal. We talked about special teams early on, the keys of the game, and then at that point, Shades Valley just took over the football game.
So first half, 9 first downs for Stanhope Elmore. They had 76 yards on the ground. Also threw for 72 in the first half. Very balanced there. And on the other side for Shades Valley, they've also been very balanced with 60 yards through the air, 67 on the ground for a total of 127. Only 4 first downs for Shades Valley. But turnovers really the big story in the first half. 2 for Stanhope Elmore that led to 14 points for Shades Valley.
You know, we didn't mention turnovers or penalties in our pregame keys to the game, but in any football game, Kane, that's important. And right now, the battle of turnovers, obviously with that big kick six return for Shades Valley, or the pick six, interception return for a touchdown. And then the penalties. I mean, just, really shooting yourself in the foot, driving down the field and having to start over behind the chains.
Yeah, the first half, Stanhope Elmore, 9 penalties for 50 yards, and most of them were offsides or false starts on offense. In fact, they had 3 on one set of downs there, illegal procedures. And Shades Valley had that issue early in the game, a couple offsides that extended the Stanhope Elmore drive. They had 4 penalties in the first half for 25 yards. good first half for the quarterback for Shades Valley, Isaac Sims. Only completed 2 passes. They were 2 big plays, 25 and 35 yards, but no turnovers for him, and he's done a good job managing the game and keeping his team in a position to have the lead.
And he's been a victim of some drops, too. His receivers have dropped some that would have been big plays. So if you factor that in, he really could have had a big first half. But he has managed the game effectively. He's put the ball on the money. You know, one thing he did that will appear on the stat sheet but won't be positive that I thought was a big moment of the game is when he almost got sacked down here. He rolled out, did not try to force the ball, which would have been a turnover, threw it out of bounds, live another day. And that's a sign of a good, mature quarterback.
The running back, A.J. Williams for Shades Valley, who ran for over 200 yards last week in the victory over Huffman. First half, 10 carries for 61 yards. His first 4 carries, not much there, but then 14, 10, 15, 6, and 6. So he really picked it up there late in the second quarter. Yeah,
that is the most dynamic 61 yards in a first half I've seen. It felt to me, and I don't know about you, Kane, but that he had a bigger first half than that, and that speaks to the fact that he started off slow. Then he gained momentum, and in a game like this where heat will be a factor, humidity in the second half, he's the kind of back that'll wear you down, and it'll be tough for the Stanhope defense.
So we're here at halftime on the Montgomery Sports Network, where we just have about 8 bands here. The Pride of Millbrook band here at Stanhope Elmore is providing the music in the background. We're going to take another time out here, come back and get ready for the second half. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
The hits are on one station.
Hi, I'm Ed Sheeran.
This is Selena Gomez. Hey, this is Taylor Swift.
Hits 107.1.
This is Macklemore and Ryan Lewis.
Hey, this is Demi Lovato.
Hey, what's up? This is Omi. It's all the hits on one station.
The songs you love.
Get all the hits.
Montgomery's hottest hits.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Justin Bieber.
Tori Kelly here. I made the switch.
Every hour, 15 hits in a row.
Yeah.
Commercial-free music.
Montgomery's hot hit station. Hits 107.1.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in a field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was re-elected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
So we're back here at Foshee Henderson Stadium. Shades Valley ahead 21-7 over the homestanding Mustangs in the first half. Take a look a little bit at the quarterback comparison. Stanhope Elmore led by Jeremy Powers tonight, getting the start. He's 7 of 16 in the first half for 72 yards, 1 touchdown, and 1 interception so far.
He's also been victim of a couple of drops. Bradford's dropped a couple in the middle of the field, and his outside receivers have as well. So both quarterbacks statistically could have better numbers if not for some drops.
And for Shades Valley, it's been Isaac Sims, 2 for 7. Only 2 completions for 60 yards. One of them to Olds for 35 yards, the other to Slaughter for 25. But as you said earlier, the drops have been a problem for him also.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell he's putting the ball on the money. He's got good pace. There's a couple balls he's underthrown and thrown a little bit late, but for the most part, he's done what Shades Valley's wanted him to do, how he's managed the game. He's got the running game in his back pocket, which is a nice tool to have in your tool belt, and that makes the passing game easier.
So Stanhope Elmore, as we said, he came out here on fire, drove the length of the field, went up 7-0. They're going to get the ball to start the second half here. This is a huge possession in this game coming up, Darryl. They got to try to reclaim some of the momentum they had there in the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's why that possession that they were driving the ball and had penalties kill them was so big, because if they go down there and score, make it 21-14, and get the second half kickoff, they're right back in this game. As it is, Shades Valley actually got the ball back and had a penalty, drove them back. So, yeah, this is the biggest drive of the game. Understatement. Mustangs got to get some points here.
Shades Valley comes in here with a record of 1-2. They were able to get the big win over Huffman last week to kind of get things going. They lost in week 2 to Pinson Valley. I see Pinson Valley is actually leading Oxford. That's a battle between number 2 and number 3 in the state tonight. Pinson Valley up 21-7 in the second quarter. Of course, right down the road here, Highway 14 with Wetumpka currently number 1 in the state. So both these teams, Stanhope Elmore and Shades Valley, really facing high-caliber competition when it gets into region play.
And they mentioned that Wetumpka was winning 23-7 over Buckhorn in that ball game. So, yeah, Stanhope, obviously this is not a region game, so it's in the way of the playoffs, but you still don't want to have all the momentum like they did, go up 7-0, be really clicking on all cylinders, and then completely turn around and have that taken away from you. It's important for their confidence. It's important to get sharp and to work on things going back into region play.
So this is a non-region game. In the pregame, we mentioned that Stanhope Elmore is in just a 6-team region. All 6 teams really open like it. Wetumpka really happened to go out to find some games. The Wetumpka game you just mentioned, that game was actually last night, Thursday night. They played at Jacksonville State.
Yes, that's right.
Where Wetumpka won 23-7 over Buckhorn. But we've seen Wetumpka had to play Fairhope. They made the trip up here in week 1, and now in week 2 they played Buckhorn all the way up in Jacksonville State.
Yeah, that shows you when you've got 6 teams in your region, you're hurting for games, and you've got to expand that map.
And next week, Stanhope Elmore will travel over to the state line in East Alabama to take on Smith Station. I think, if I remember correctly from my coaching days, Smith Station is actually on Eastern time. It's how far they have to go. On the other hand, Shades Valley will have a close game, but they're going to play the always tough Vestavia Hill. Legendary Coach Anderson up there, and Vestavia Hill, despite it being 2018, usually just hops up in the I formation. They just go old school football.
They say my 11's going to beat your 11. That's how they do it. It is old school, but he believes in that offense, and he believes in the fact that it's execution, that it's nothing fancy, but my guys are going to beat your guys.
So we're here just about a minute or so to halftime. So the minute left here in halftime. Team's still got a 3-minute warm-up coming here in just a moment. So we're going to take a quick time out. Be back in just a moment for the second half. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And welcome back to Foshee Henderson Stadium. We still have 3 minutes left here to start the second half as Stanhope Elmore has made their way out from the field house off to our right to get warmed up. Shades Valley making their way from the middle school off in the distance. Years ago, the visiting teams used to dress in the old boys basketball locker room, so the visitors here tonight dressing over in the middle school. That's probably a pretty good change, a little more room over there in the middle school gym area and so forth. But Shades Valley came down here. I got here tonight there at 5:30, and in fact, they weren't even here. The buses were just rolling up, which is rather unusual. But they popped off the bus here. A little slow start, but they've really picked up the pace there in the second quarter.
Yeah, as a coach, you really want your team here at least an hour and a half ahead of time to 2 hours ahead of time to get really loose mentally, get stretched, and they did. They kind of rolled off the bus and had to come ready to play. And when they came out, Stanhope jumped on them. Looked like they could extend it to 10-0. I mean, they were moving the ball at will. I think that Stanhope got all the way down to the 5, maybe the 6-yard line, and then the missed field goal was a 27-yarder. So, right now the directive and what I'm sure Coach Bradford was saying in the locker room at halftime is, look, we're still in this football game. It's 21-7. We get the ball to start the second half. The silly penalties, cut that out. Cut down, be a little bit smarter with the football and the turnovers. And we can get right back in this football game with one score. One score makes it a one-score game.
Yeah, plenty of time here. We're just getting ready to start the second half. The Mustangs will get the football to begin the third quarter. We've seen their ability here on the Montgomery Sports Network to score on special teams back in week 1. It was Allie McMillan who returned 2 kickoffs against Chilton County. He had a 90-yarder to start the contest on the first play of the season. And then he had another one late in the game from 86 yards. And we've seen tonight he had a kickoff return for over 40 yards, took it into Shades Valley territory. But as Darryl mentioned, unfortunately for Stanhope Elmore, they were not able to capitalize. For Shades Valley here, rather unique thing, I see the 3 yellow cheese bus wagons out there. Most teams, when they travel that far, take a motor coach tonight, but Shades Valley going old school here in this hot weather coming down here on the yellow wagon.
Yeah, and that's another factor. I mean, by the time you get here, you're spent. I mean, you're absolutely wore out with the heat, but it hasn't bothered them, and maybe it enables them to play a little bit better in the heat because they're used to it by the time they get off the bus. But if you're Shades Valley, on the other hand, coming out of the locker room, the message has got to be just stay the course. You're doing what you need to do.
Yeah, Shades Valley, if you weren't with us at the start of the game, they came out at warp speed. We're calling plays very quickly, very fast at the line of scrimmage. And then in the second quarter, they kind of slowed it down, kind of got in the sets they wanted. Did a lot of different things with motion, had some success there, moved the football, kind of got Williams going with the running game. Stanhope Elmore was very effective with the short pass game early on, and it was Trey Duncan doing most of the running for the Mustangs. But at the half, he only has 11 carries so far, 11 carries for 70 yards in the first half for Duncan.
And you look at Stanhope, I like to look at body language when somebody comes out of the locker room. Are they defeated or is their shoulders drooping? They're fired up. So, I mean, whatever was said in the locker room at halftime, here comes the adjustment, see if they can make those. And it does help that you get the football. Biggest drive of the game right here at this point to start the second half.
Yeah, and the reality is this is a non-region game. It will be next week for Stanhope Elmore. Same for Shades Valley. That no one's season is going to be decided tonight by what happens in this contest. Of course, both teams want to win it and keep the momentum they've had going here in the early going of the season.
Well, you don't want to lose homecoming either. If you're Stanhope, that's one thing you never want to do as a program is lose homecoming when you've got your alumni back.
I'm sure when they made the schedule, they probably didn't want to put a region game at homecoming, and the first one of the year was against Prattville. That was not going to be homecoming, so they're left with this contest against Shades Valley. Wetumpka coming up in 2 weeks will be the senior night game for the Mustangs as they get ready to receive the second half kickoff as Harris and McMillan are back deep for Stanhope Elmore. And we're on the way to start the third quarter. McMillan gets it at his own 11. Comes straight up the hash mark, and it's going to be dropped near the 30-yard line, and that's where the Mustangs will start the second half.
Great job by Shades Valley's gunners again. It looked like McMillan, if he gets through that little seam, could have been off to the races, but the Mounties did a good job of really closing the gaps, not leaving any running lanes for McMillan.
So 1st and 10 for Stanhope Elmore. See if they can get some of their big play receivers going in Anderson and Bradford here in the second half. McMillan off to our bottom of our screen with Bradford. They're going to look to throw. Powers on a heavy pressure, gets away from the first line, is going to make a good effort there to get back to the line of scrimmage.
I've been impressed with Shades Valley's defensive line. Other than the times that they've jumped off sides and been a little undisciplined, they have done a good job of getting penetration and providing pressure on quarterback Powers.
The Powers in the first half had 2 carries for 28 yards. He pulled the ball in the option read a few times. That time he gets 1 yard on the play, so it's 2nd down and 9. It's just underway in the third quarter, as Harris goes in the backfield here this time for the Mustangs. But they're going to fake the handoff. They're going to roll it out, try to throw it to Harris. And Shades Valley's all over it, but Harris breaks the tackle initially and is going to move forward for a couple yards.
Yeah, the defender that time, number 14, Smith, for Shades Valley, just tried to knock him down instead of wrap up and tackle, and it almost cost him.
So 3rd down, and we're going to call it 7 from about the 34 for the Mustangs. McMillan and Harris to the bottom of our screen with Bradford in the slot. Anderson up there with one-on-one coverage again, way on the Shades Valley sideline. Powers going to look to throw. He tries to hit Duncan out of the backfield. He's loose down the left sideline. And a big play here on the 3rd down passing conversion for the 1st down for Stanhope Elmore.
And Smith saved a touchdown for Shades Valley, or Duncan walks in. Great play call that time by Stanhope, getting back to being a little more diverse. I like that short screen flare pass out of the backfield.
2nd reception of the night for Duncan. He has 2 receptions for 37 yards. 1st and 10 for Stanhope Elmore at the 37. Duncan gets it, breaks left, has some room, going down the sideline, and is going to step out of bounds at about the 22. It's going to be 15 yards and another 1st down for Stanhope Elmore.
Great job by Duncan. Good vision that time. Picked the right hole, and number 57 for Shades Valley coming off the field very slowly. That's Dale Creer, that linebacker we talked about that's a key cog in that Shades Valley defense.
Yeah, he had a fumble recovery in the first half, which was big. That led to a score for Shades Valley. So Mustangs on the move, down to the 22-yard line, trips to the near side here. 4-man front for Shades Valley. Powers going to look to throw, goes over the middle. He's looking for Anderson on the slant, and it goes incomplete. Here's a late flag, and it looks like we're going to have interference on Shades Valley.
It's a good call. He pinned his arm, Kane. It was very, very sneaky how he did it, but he pinned his arm so he couldn't get up and reach it for it. And that's a good call by the official. That is pass interference.
So we'll see where they spot the football here. Going to march it off against the Mounties. And you're right there. I keep saying the Mounties.
It's just weird. I'm thinking it's like a junior hockey league team out of Ontario or something.
Yeah, we don't hear Mounties very often here in especially Central Alabama, but they're going to move the chains, and it's going to be a 1st down for Stanhope Elmore. It looks like it's going to be on the 11-yard line, so they can get another 1st down if need be. Again, same formation, trips to the right. Now the receivers turn to the sideline for the signal. Stanhope has 2 or 3 coaches down there sending signals. Obviously, one of them is a decoy. Powers looks left, looking for Anderson in the corner of the end zone. Is thrown up and deflected away at the last second by Shades Valley over there. So good coverage for the Mounties.
Nice coverage by Jerron Henry. He played the ball. He didn't just face guard. He turned around and he played the ball that time, Kane. And he absolutely broke up, which would have been a touchdown.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 at the 11. 10:02 left, third quarter. Quickly into the red zone here for Stanhope Elmore. Powers looks right, throws late across the middle, incomplete. He was looking for Bradford. Bradford wants a flag. I don't see any on the field. I'll bring up 3rd down for the Mustangs.
Well, he felt like he got held out of his break and kept him from making his break, and that ball could have been easily picked off.
A lot of traffic there. That's an area that Bradford was open several times in the first game of the season on some drag routes and some slot, quick hits to the slot. It's not so much tonight here, although we've had a couple drops. It's 3rd and 10. Shades Valley showing blitz. Now the linebackers walk off. Powers looks left, rolls that way now. He's in some trouble, throws it late, back to the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete. A diving attempt over there for the Mustangs in the far corner. Looks like it was Harris was the intended receiver. It falls incomplete as 4th down.
He had him, and he just made a low throw to the wrong side of Harris's body, and they will try to kick the field goal and get to within 11 here.
So Dylan Pressetti comes back out here. This will be another 28-yard attempt. Great job by Powers that time to buy time to extend the play. Give his receiver an opportunity. High snap. It's down, put down nicely by Hall. The kick is up. And it is no good again. So the drive goes for nothing there for Stanhope Elmore as another victory here early in the 3rd quarter for Shades Valley.
Special teams, that's 2 missed field goals. Game could be 21-13, a one-score game right now.
Yeah, and same thing again. Almost like the players looked like they thought it was good, and then last second there, officials say no good. So 1st and 10 for Shades Valley. They'll take over on their own 20-yard line.
And look who's getting up and warming up for the Mustangs.
Is Kerensky McGee on the sideline here warming up for Stanhope Elmore. Not sure what the status was with him not playing in the first half. He's been one of the better players for the Mustangs throughout the 2018 season. Here's a quick throw out to the right, wide open over there, and getting some good yardage on 1st down. And then there's a late hit out of bounds, and it's going to be 15 more tacked onto it.
Yeah, that undisciplined right there.
Sanders on the reception, but it's going to be a pickup of 1st down. He gained about 7 or 8 on the play, but a tackle on another 15 here against the Mustangs.
3 and out, not a 3 and out, but you got to hold, get a punt situation here for Stanhope Elmore. It's just so imperative. It's got to be demoralizing when you come down, you're moving the ball, you get to the 5th, to the 5-yard line, and can't punch it in.
So the penalty is against the Mustangs. They marched off. They spot the ball at the Shades Valley 42-yard line.
1st down and 10 for the Mounties.
Going to motion Jones to the near side. They'll give this to Williams. He has some blockers here trying to get the corner. He does, and falls forward across the 45 out to about the 48-yard line. A pick up a 5, maybe 6 on 1st down.
I was trying to figure out the adjective I wanted to use all game, and what he does is he runs downhill. That's Williams' style. He runs downhill.
The clock ticking here in the 3rd quarter, approach the 9-minute mark. They're going to run an option to the right. Williams gets it. Some blocking out there. Has the 1st down. Lowers the shoulder. He's down in the Stanhope territory at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, he's the kind of running back that just wears defenses down.
And A.J. Williams last week went over 200 yards in the first half. Was off to a slow start. Ended up with just over 60 yards here in the first half, but starting to get going here as now the Shades Valley goes empty. Sims now changing the play at the line. Going to look to throw it out here. That pass is complete. The number 2, Olds, racing down the left sideline here. There's a flag, though. It's going to come back as Olds makes his way down to about the 15-yard line. But I believe we're going to have a block in the back or holding on Shades Valley.
This official down here is indicating holding on the receiver there for Shades Valley, which enabled Olds to get sprung down the sideline. He's been a nice surprise tonight for Shades Valley. You know, Anderson's the one that not Anderson. Sanders is the one that normally goes off for Shades Valley, and Olds has been in the end zone twice. Has had a real good game.
So they're going to march this back. It'll be a spot foul. So it'll actually be 1st down and 11 for Shades Valley as they are in Mustang territory at the 46-yard line. 8:30 and counting here left 3rd quarter from Foshee Henderson Stadium. Stanhope showing blitz. Williams gets it, and he's dropped for a short gain down into about the 44-yard line that time for the Shades Valley.
Stanhope calling a run blitz there, and it works effectively. You got to be careful that Williams doesn't pop that.
2nd and 9, 8 minutes left. Shades Valley again quickly to the line. They're going to look to throw it. Pass complete to Olds at the 40. He's spun down right there by the linebacker, Derek Butler. And they'll bring up a critical 3rd down and 5 here early in the 3rd quarter.
Butler did a good job of not playing the ball there. He played the man, and if he plays the ball, Olds gets by him.
So 3rd and 5 at the 40. Shades Valley's got to get to the 35-yard line. They're going to – actually, it's going to be Sims pulling at the last second. He's going to have the first down. He rode that out nicely and pulled it at the last second. He's going to get down to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, he did a good job. Good read that time. Good run. And that's the third time he's carried the football tonight. It's been effective every time he's done it. There's a flag down. Is it?
They're looking for a measurement. It looks like my eyesight's not the best, but it looks like he has a first down easily. But there is a dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct against Shades Valley.
That's huge.
And dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct against Stanhope Elmore.
Okay, offsetting.
Offsetting. So it was on the far side of the field over there, way near the Shades Valley sideline, not anywhere near the play. So the result of the play should stand. They're going to move the chains. Our cameraman up here, Josh, signals first down. I'm going to go with him, so we're going to have a first down. He had the replay up here. He was ready to go. So 1st and 10 at the Mustang 34 for Shades Valley. The Mounties on the move here in the third quarter. And Sims looks to the sideline. Still 15 seconds on the play clock. Plenty of time for Shades Valley. They're going to look to throw. Looking for Olds near side. They can't find it now. Plenty of time. They only a 3-man rush. Throws it late on the sideline over there, and it goes incomplete. Good recognition by Sims as they had a receiver over there, but it went out of the hands. Looking for number 84 on the roster. I'm going to go way down to find his name.
Alfonso Weathers was wide open, and the ball was overthrown, but Weathers did get separation in the secondary.
So 2nd and 10. Looked like Stanhope was just kind of sitting back in zone coverage that time. Clock stops, 7:01 left, third quarter. They tried to go to Olds initially over here on the stop, but it was covered that time by the Mustangs. Going to hand this off Williams, right side. Going to fall forward to about the 32 for a short gain, bringing up another third down and long.
And the clock just keeps running. I mean, look, 6:53. It's a long, sustained drive by the Mounties.
Third and we're going to call it 8 from the 32. They have to get to the Stanhope Elmore 24-yard line. And Shades Valley really taking their time here, very deliberate on this third quarter drive. As Williams will go in the backfield behind his quarterback, Sims. He'll give a fake snap. Play clock down to 4 seconds. They're going to have to hurry. Still changing it. They didn't get it off. That's a flag. Yep, delay game. Flag thrown back from the back of the officials there, so they're going to march it back 5 yards. Big mistake for Shades Valley.
Yeah, and did they get the timeout?
No, well, you're right. Now we see the signal timeout. So there's a timeout. So we'll take a quick timeout with them here. 6:17 left, third quarter. Shades Valley 21, Stanhope Elmore 7.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
And we're back here at Foshee Henderson Stadium. A critical 3rd down and 8 coming up for Shades Valley, Darrell, as they are moving into Mustang territory.
Yeah, just as critical for Stanhope. I mean, obviously, I think this is 4-down territory. You're at the 32-yard line. It's too far to kick a field goal, too close to punt. So I think that they've got 2 downs to get 8 here if you're Shades Valley.
So Williams offset to the right of Sims. They're going to motion Slaughter to the right now. Yeah, there was a legal motion that time. Somebody cut up the field there. That's going to be 5 yards on Shades Valley.
Yeah, that's the delay of game. And it wasn't delay of game. You got the timeout. But the illegal motion, legal procedure here now brings him to 3rd and 13.
So the ball resting at the 37. Olds, the receiver, down here, one-on-one coverage right now at the bottom of our screen. As they go trips to the right. They motion Oldham to the right side. Sims looks, steps into his throw. It goes incomplete, almost intercepted there. A nice break of the football for the Mustangs, as it looks like it was #1 for Stanhope Elmore breaking on the ball there at the last second.
Yeah, he did a good job of kind of playing possum a little bit.
That was Hardy on the knocking down.
Hardy did a good job of kind of playing possum Sims didn't see him there, and then he broke back on the ball.
So 4th and 13. It looks like Shades Valley's going to punt and play this field position game.
I think that penalty dictated that, Kane. I think if it was 3rd and 8, they would have went for it. But 4th and 13, they got a little room, and they could punt them deep.
So you saw Shades Valley do this in the first half. They pinned back Stanhope Elmore and turned that pooch punt into a touchdown drive. Here come the Mustangs after. Kicks away. Bradford calls for the fair catch. He's at the 10-yard line and makes the grab this time. So Stanhope Elmore will have to go 90 yards here as we're at the midway point of the 3rd quarter.
New quarterback for Stanhope.
And it looks like it's going to be Kerensky McGee coming into the game, who was the regular signal caller most of the season for the Mustangs.
Wish we could get the backstory on that. We probably never will. I don't think it can be performance related.
So McGee's back there with Duncan. We saw McGee, Darryl called it earlier, warming up on the sidelines after the last possession. McGee's going to pull it this time. He has some room. Look at this, making it in. He breaks it loose across the 30. He's going to house this one all the way. 90 yards on his first play from scrimmage tonight for Kerensky McGee, and the Mustangs are back in the contest.
I think that's we got to attribute a good coaching decision there to put McGee in, and it may be where's he been all game. I mean, obviously, just when you really make your coach look good when you go 90 yards the first time you touch the ball.
He might have been touched at the line of scrimmage, but that was about it. It just opened up and so forth. So 21-13. And now we have the all-important extra point here for Stanhope Elmore. As Presetti's back out there to attempt it. Xavier Hall is the holder as the near homestand's just erupted. Kick is up. It goes over to Fieldhouse, and it's good. So our new score, we have a new game all of a sudden. 5:46 left, 3rd quarter. Shades Valley 21. Stanhope Elmore 14. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So Kerensky McGee electrifying the homecoming crowd here at Foshie Henderson Stadium. And it is 21-14 Shades Valley. So there we were, Darryl. About a 5-minute drive for Shades Valley. It seemed to have control. In one play, the script has been flipped.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and speculate, okay? It wasn't an injury. Looking at that 90-yard run, there's no way he was hurt. I can't imagine it was performance-related with the way he played. So you can connect the dots as to maybe why he sat out the first half.
So here we go. Presetti's kick is away. Nice kick, back deep inside the 5-yard line. Shades Valley, and looking to break this out to the right side there, I believe is Sanders on the return out to the 33-yard line. So a decent field position for Shades Valley, and now it's up to the offense and Sims to try to answer that score.
Yeah, Stanhope did what they were supposed to do. They bent, but they did not break, and they got the ball back into their electrifying playmaker, and because of that, there's a one-score game.
So 1st and 10 to the 33. Williams had some good things going on that last drive, and some penalties kind of hurt Shades Valley. As we got trips here to the near side. Empty backfield at the moment for Sims. He's going to take it himself up the middle, pick up positive yardage across the 35 to the 37 for a gain of 4.
He's done really well when he's kept the ball and when he's pulled it out of his running back. So Sims has run the ball 4 times, but every time it's been effective.
So 2nd down and 6 from the 37. Williams back there with Sims this time. Slaughter at the H-back for Shades Valley. They're going to motion him out to the right. They're going to try to throw a little quick screen out there. It's complete out there to number 24, Thomas. And he is knocked out of bounds with a big hit, bringing up a 3rd down.
He was absolutely plastered on the sideline that time. Big hit by number 10 is who I think who's going to get credit for that. And that is, it's just difficult in the dark here. That is Elijah Gordy on the stop.
So 3rd down and 1 for Shades Valley.
And I've resisted the temptation to use the words mounting a drive. Don't want to have a little double negative here when they got the ball.
3rd and 1. It's Williams, A.J. Williams out of the Wildcat formation. He's going to get his first down out to the 46-yard line to gain a 3 and a first down.
Out of the Wildcat last week against Huffman, he went 99 yards. They snapped the ball to him in the end zone from the 1-yard line, and he went the distance. So he is dangerous in that formation.
He's your best player. Who's who you trust. Give him the football. So 1st and 10 at the 46 for Shades Valley as we approach the 4-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Sims looks. Can't find anybody. Tucks it at the last second. He's hit. Escapes one man, but not the second. And he's dropped for a big loss there all the way back at the 38-yard line.
Great job by the Stanhope defense to just not give up containment. They kept relenting and just were relentless on defense and gets the sack, and that's a huge sack, 2nd and 19.
Terry Hardy with the sack for Stanhope Elmore. 2nd and long, as Darryl mentioned. Not the best situation for Shades Valley, 2nd and long.
Now you can pin your ears back if you're the Mustangs.
Low snap, it rolls back. Sims picks it up. He's on the heavy pressure again, just gets rid of it. And did he escape the tackle pocket? That pass didn't make it past the line of scrimmage.
It did not, and he was not out of the tackle box either way. So there should be 2 reasons why that's an intentional grounding. And the official is right there looking at it.
So 3rd and 19. There's no flag there for intentional grounding. That's a break for Shades Valley.
I mean, it didn't reach the line of scrimmage.
No, and the Mustang coaching staff is just irate over here, and I don't blame them. So 3rd and 19, ball on their own 37 for Shades Valley. Clock stopped for the moment with 3:28 left, 3rd quarter. Sims looking for Olds on the near side. It's 1-on-1 out here. Olds adjusts to the football. He comes down with it. It looks like he makes the grab. What a catch for Olds down at the 27-yard line.
And that was a great play by Olds, but that's why that penalty would have been huge down there. You hate to give something up like that when you've got them 3rd and 19, and they give up 36.
So 36 yards and a first down on 3rd and 19 for Shades Valley. Put a star by that one. That was a huge play for Olds. He's made several of them tonight. That was his 4th catch of the night. Here is Sims on the carry this time. Going to pick up a short gain down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, the Mustangs read that one on the quarterback keeper, the quarterback read, and did a good job of staying with Sims.
So 2nd and 9 at the 26. 2:55 and counting, 3rd quarter. We're going to go trips to the far side. Williams offset to the right. And Stanhope Elmore looks like they jumped offside again.
Oh, that kills you. You hold the quarterback to a 1-yard gain, and then you jump off sides. A lot to clean up when they're looking at this film.
So mark it off 5 yards. 2nd down and 4 at the 21. Shades Valley right now desperately trying to regain that 2-score lead that they had at the half. It's been a time of possession battle dominated in the 3rd quarter by Shades Valley to this point. Williams behind Sims in the backfield. Play clock still has 5 seconds. Williams gets it straight up the middle. He avoids one man and then is dropped at about the 20-yard line, so it's going to be a short gain and bringing up a critical 3rd down and 3.
And I tell you, Stanhope, the way they're tackling right now, they are tackling with a purpose. They are really, really going hard at the ball carrier and laying the wood. 3rd and 3, big play here.
So the crowd here, the homecoming crowd trying to make some noise. It's 3rd down and 3. Clock under 2 minutes now in the 3rd. Williams offset to the right. 2 receivers stacked to the bottom of our screen on the left. They're going to let Sims keep it to the right. He's going to fall forward, and he is close.
He's about a yard short, I think. And
there's a late flag.
Yeah, that's a late. You'd hope that's not a face mask if you're a Stanhope fan.
I mean, that was just dropped away from the play.
He picked it up.
He picked it up. Maybe it just fell out. He was coming to spot the football.
Yeah.
So it looks like he's short. Still no, the ball has not been set in play. The game clock continues to run here. Precious seconds running off. We got an injured player maybe for Stanhope. No, officials have taken the table, but we have an injured player for Stanhope is what it is over here on the side. Maybe cramps here on about the 15-yard line for the Mustangs. So critical situation here, Darryl. 4th and 1. It looks like Shades Valley's got to line up to go for it.
Yeah, they should. I mean, they're at the 18-yard line. That'd be a 35-yard field goal. Getting a yard and getting a touchdown in this situation and answering. And that's number 10, Gordy, who's a big part of that Stanhope defense.
Yeah, he's played a good second half here for the Mustangs. So 4th and 1.
Could be cramps. It looks like cramps the way he's walking.
And the last thing Stanhope Elmore wants to do right now is jump off sides. We're going to get that. It looks like they're going to go Wildcat with A.J. Williams back there for the Mounties. He takes a quick snap, races right. He has the first down inside the 15, plows forward down to the 13. So the Mounties waste no time there getting up to the line of scrimmage and snapping the football.
Yeah, that was really a quick hitter. He knew what hole he wanted to go to, which gap he wanted to go to, and gets 5 yards and a first down.
So 1st and 10 as we approach the final minute of the third quarter. And I don't have a watch on it, but if I was going time of possession right now, it's about 10 minutes for Shades Valley and about 2 minutes for Stanhope Elmore. They had the ball for 2 minutes on the first drive, and then the 90-yard play, which took about 15 seconds. Play clock still not whistled in, and then the Mustang staff yelling at the head official. He's not even paying attention. A lot of time off the clock there as Williams takes it right, has the corner. There's a late flag coming in. That's got to be in the area of offensive holding.
Direct snap goes to number 5.
2 flags down.
A.J. Williams.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing with the play clock.
But that time, the play clock was never started, and Shades Valley was just kind of standing there. I don't know if they recognized it or not, but the Mustang coaching staff did, and the head official looked over here and never signaled anything, and they snapped the ball anyway. But it is holding against Shades Valley, so that's a big penalty here. Going to march it back.
Yeah,
all the way to the 28. I'm sorry, Darryl.
You can take them out of field goal range here if you can hold them.
Or 23-yard line, 24. So 36.8 left. We've seen Shades Valley go very quickly tonight. I would anticipate maybe a handoff to Williams, let this clock burn out here in the third quarter.
Holding called against the Mounties. That is a 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. After the penalty,
we've seen the Wildcat be effective for Shades Valley a few times. Clock continues to run. Looks like the Mounties are content to make this the final play of the quarter. Williams in the backfield. Slaughter in the H-back. Williams gets it. And not much happening there that time. He is dragged down by the Mustang defense. Big play that time. That was number 9, Cordell Love on the tackle for Stanhope Elmore.
So it looks like time's going to run out. Sets up a big fourth quarter. 1 quarter left of football left to play here at homecoming. Stanhope's climbed back into this game, down a touchdown. And big defensive stand coming up here for the Mustangs.
So we'll get to the fourth quarter in just a minute. At the end of 3, it's Shades Valley 21, Stanhope Elmore 14. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
97.9 Jams, the new home of the Ricky Smiley Morning Show.
Hey, what up? This is your boy Ricky Smiley from the Ricky Smiley Morning Show on my new home, Montgomery, the Gump. ASU, what's up?
Throwback Quickie Mix at noon, the live drive at 5, and top 5 at 9. Your favorite jams are on now. Drake, Rihanna, T.I., Nicki Minaj, Chris Brown, and Beyonce are all at 979jams.com. And on your radio at 97.9. Tune in and turn up. 97.9 Jams.
And welcome back to Foshee Henderson Stadium, Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here Shades Valley and Stanhope Elmore. Shades Valley facing 2nd down and 19. As they're going to look to throw, Sims is in some trouble here. Forced out of the pocket, throws it late, just going to get it out of bounds. Another good play by Sims to get rid of the football.
Yeah, it did, and it was great upfield rushing that time by number 19, Jalen Walker for Stanhope. He didn't just rush upfield recklessly where Sims could have sidestepped him. He really kept the angle well and stayed in front of him. That was big.
So 3rd and 19, hot, humid night here at Foshee-Henderson Stadium. As we get into the 4th quarter in this non-region 6A game between these two schools, separated by about 90 miles of I-65. Sims is going to have Williams in the backfield here. He's going to look left. Oh, good pressure by Stanhope Elmore again. They are all over him in the backfield, and Sims just has to get rid of the football again, and it's 4th down and decision time for Shades Valley.
Great defense by Stanhope. Those calculated rush lanes that they're taking, they're not over pursuing Kane where he could just step inside and off to the races.
So 4th and 19. We saw a 3rd and 19 on this drive where Shades Valley connected on a 30-yard pass to Olds. See what happens here. They're out of field goal range, apparently. Back at the 23, it'd be about a 40-yard attempt from this distance, so they're going to line up and go for it. I got to get all the way down to about the 2-yard line.
I dropped the safeties obviously back. They're at the 5. Nothing behind you if you're Stanhope's defense.
Sims going to the far corner over there on the left side. Coverage over there, and it's going to fall incomplete that time. Good coverage for Stanhope Elmore by number 13, Frederick Moore.
I held my breath for a second there. I thought they were going to throw the flag for interference, but that's a great defensive stop by Stanhope, and Mr. McGee back out on the field now.
So last time the Mustangs had the ball, which was still with over 7 minutes left in the 3rd quarter, we saw Kerensky McGee race 90 yards for a score on one play, just electrifying the home crowd. He's back in there along with Trey Duncan at the running back position. Duncan gets it. Kind of keeps that leg driving across the 25 to the 26 for a short gain of 3.
Now Shades Valley's defensive line's really got to play it honest because they don't know if McGee is going to keep it or give it to Duncan. There's an option there which keeps him off balance.
If you're Stanhope Elmore, you won points, but that defense has been on the field the entire 3rd quarter here. They need to have a – as I say that as the Shades Valley player that goes down, I believe, apparently from cramps. But 11:15 left here in this contest. So if you weren't with us from the start, first question we're going to ask is why weren't you? But if you weren't, that's okay. You're back with us now. And to kind of recap, Stanhope Elmore came out of the gates there, 7-0. Complete control, dominated the 1st quarter, then Shades Valley controlled the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, and a lot of it was self-inflicted. I mean, you look at the scoreboard right now, it's 21-14. Stanhope's missed 2 short field goals. Could be 21-20 right now. So there were some self-inflicted special teams issues. There was also some penalties that really killed some drives. And then your starting quarterback sat out for a half and 3 or 4 minutes. So.
And then in the 3rd quarter, after exchange of possessions, Kerensky McGee raced 90 yards on one play to bring it within 1 score here for the Mustangs. And then Shades Valley had the long 7-minute drive there to eat up the clock in the 3rd quarter, but not able to get any points. Mustang defense buckling down in the red zone. So here we are, 2nd and 7.
Spearman off the field for Shades Valley, and that could be big. He's one of their leading tacklers tonight.
McGee looks, throws, complete out here to Harris. He's going to have the 1st down out to the 38-yard line. Nice pitch and catch that time for 10 yards.
Yeah, the offense just flows a little bit better, you can tell. I mean, nothing against Powers. He did a good job. He put him in a position to get 10, 13 points. But as it is now, this offense seems to be humming under the direction of McGee.
So 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line for the Mustangs. 10:45 left in this contest. McGee's going to pull it himself right side, and it's going to be dropped quickly at the 41-yard line that time.
2K McGee
Bring up 2nd down and about 7.
That was a great tackle that time by number 6 for Shades Valley, Noah Freeman. I mean, he really stuck McGee.
So the Mustangs will stay in the 2 receivers to each side, Bradford and Anderson in the slot here for the Mustangs. McGee's going to look to throw. He's under heavy pressure. Escapes one man. Rolls to the right. Throws late across the middle. Has a man out there. It's complete to Anderson. He's got the first down in Shades Valley territory at the 48-yard line.
Yeah, that goes against the book, rolling to the right and throwing back across the field to the middle. But he was so wide open that time, and McGee found him.
So Kerensky-McGee makes a man miss in the backfield, makes something happen through the air, and the Mustangs move into the Mountie territory. They're going to throw it out here to Harris. Harris is dropped behind the line of scrimmage this time for a loss back at the 50. Great open field tackle that time for Shades Valley. I believe it was number 1.
It's actually Sanders on the play.
Sanders,
yeah,
okay.
who's been going both ways tonight for Shades Valley.
Yeah, we've seen Sanders with a pick 6. He's had several catches tonight for Shades Valley. He's been a difference maker for the Mounties. It's 2nd and 12 right at midfield. 9:40 left in this contest. McGee gonna look to throw. Hits Anderson on the out route, and again Sanders with a driving tackle right there at the 45.
Sanders is a good player, and he's played really, really well defensively tonight.
So 3rd and 7 as the clock ticks toward the 9-minute mark here at Foshee Henderson Stadium in Millbrook. Anderson's gonna move out here in single coverage this time by himself as Harris flips to the far side to give him a trips formation with McMillan and Bradford. McGee looks right, throws off his back foot, lobs this one up, and coming on it, and catching the football and racing into the end zone for the touchdown is going to be Harris. Amazing 45 yards.
Amazing is right. I mean, that ball was underthrown. It was there's a flag down.
There's a flag down, though, at the 10-yard line.
I don't know. They could get an offensive pass interference pick on this.
It's an interference on Shades Valley.
But, yeah, McGee just kind of threw that ball up, and great job by Harris to come back to it. And that's an example where an underthrown ball is actually an advantage.
So the big extra point coming up here, 8:55 left. That's a 1-point game. And Kerensky-McGee, once again, sending the home folks into a frenzy here below us. Persetti on for the extra point attempt. Hall the holder. Good snap and spot. This kick is up. And with 8:55 left here at Foshee Henderson Stadium, we're all tied up at 21, Shades Valley and Stanhope Elmore. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
8:55 left, Foshee Henderson Stadium in Millbrook. Darryl, let's give credit to the kicker, Dylan Persetti. He's missed the 2 short field goals, but comes back and connects on the extra points to tie this game.
Yeah, he didn't sulk, he didn't pout, he kept his head in it, and those are 2 big ones because that gets you tied.
So back deep is going to be Sanders and Williams for Shades Valley. As Persetti tees it up to kick it off here. And we have a whistle, and I believe it's going to be offsides with Stanhope Elmore.
Got to kick it again.
That just, oh my gosh, that just kills you. And your kickoff team just ran down the field there.
Prior to the kick, offsides called against the
5-yard penalty
That's a 5-yard
against the Mustangs.
I'll go ahead and make this comment too, this observation. I've never seen so many cheerleaders for a squad before. Most I've seen from a cheerleading squad. They definitely have their pep squad going.
So
they got as many cheerleaders, they got off special teams players.
So 8:55 left here. We're still tied up. We're going to redo the kickoff here for Stanhope Elmore. 21-21. This is where it gets tough for Shades Valley making the long trip. Definite home field advantage here tonight for Stanhope Elmore. Kick is away. Williams is going to watch this sail out of bounds. Oh, my gosh. That's just a kick to the gut right there.
I wonder if they make him kick this again from the 30 or the 25. I mean,
it's not a bad option considering those guys just ran down the field twice.
Yep. Special teams.
Yeah, and there's still a decision being made here. I've not seen a signal or the ball spotted officially yet. It would be on the 40 if they take it. But
that is tough to pass up.
Yeah, I mean, if you kick it deep, then you get a block in the back or a clip or something.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, you're back inside your 20. So the 40-yard line is great field position, especially in a tie game. We have 55 left on the road.
By winning, the ball will be advanced 25 yards. The ball will be
Shades Valley.
The 40-yard line.
I mean, I would almost kind of bet here that if you asked Shades Valley before the game, Coach Partridge, if he would take the ball at the 40-yard line, tie 21-21 with an opportunity to take the lead and win in the fourth quarter, he probably would have signed up for that.
Absolutely.
So the Mounties come out. Sims still a quarterback. Williams the running back. Slaughter the H-back for Shades Valley. Sims is going to pull it, getting outside here, gets the corner, has a block from his receiver, lowers his shoulder. He's close to the first down there. Nice run for the quarterback, Isaac Sims.
Yeah, Sims did a good job. He's really been effective knowing when to give the ball to Williams and knowing when to pull it. And in that situation, 9 yards on first down is exactly what you want.
So a nice 9-yard run there. Clock continues to move, 8:42, 8:41 and counting. Mounties quickly to the line. They're going to hand this off. Williams, right side. He has a head of steam. Has that first down in the Mustang territory at the 46-yard line.
Yeah, this is crunch time now. Tie ball game, 8:29 left. You're going to give it to your best player.
Boy picks up 5 yards. Tackle made by number 4, Trey Hardy.
Williams this time met the line, and the Mustang defense swarming there. 9 guys in on the tackle that time.
It took all 9 to bring him down. Good job. Great pursuit by the Mustang defense, and right now they're going NASCAR. Shades Valley's going fast. Well, they slowed it down this time. The last 2 plays, they really went quickly.
Under 8 to play now. Mounties have 2nd and 10. They're going to look to throw. Slanton this time. Complete to Olds. He breaks the tackle. He's loose. Inside the 30. Driving inside the 10-yard line. It's Olds on the reception for the first down.
Olds is a good player. He gets pulled down from behind. You got 2 guys that are hurt that time on the tackle. Olds and the Stanhope player that made the tackle.
Yeah, Olds on the reception. Picks up 40 yards. It's going to be first and goal at the 6. Looks like number 23 for the Mustangs coming off as Olds is down there. That was a nice throw from Isaac Sims. He stood in the pocket there. Got it in a position where he could catch and run with it.
And the slant's been there all night, Kane. It really has. As long as they've wanted to take it, it's been there.
So 7:41 left. We're going to take a quick timeout here while I attend to the injured player for Shades Valley. It's 21 all here. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown.
So number 2 for Shades Valley, Dre Olds, basically getting injured on the 40-yard reception there. He's had a big game tonight.
Yeah, that's a big loss on the offensive side of the ball for Shades Valley. Looked like he got tackled. His ankle kind of got rolled up on. But it's a huge, I mean, he has been their most consistent receiver tonight in big play threat.
5 receptions, 122 yards tonight for Olds, for Dre Olds. So Wildcat formation now for Shades Valley at the 6-yard line. Williams gets a snap, comes outside, breaks 1 tackle. There's a flag there. I think that might be a face mask.
I do too.
As A.J. Williams goes in the end zone for the apparent go-ahead touchdown. It is face mask against Stanhope Elmore. They will decline that, and a great answer by Shades Valley here. Take the lead after Stanhope had all the momentum.
That's a huge answer because they did. When you get 2 touchdowns hung on you real quick in the second half on 2 dynamic plays, it's tough mentally to overcome that. That's when adversity sets in, and give Shades Valley credit. They did that. It came right down the field.
We've seen Shades Valley go for 2 twice tonight. They've also kicked the extra point, but it looks like it's going to be number 80, Braxton Smith, on to kick it this time to try to get the 7-point cushion. High snap. They get it down. It's up. It's off the roof of the field house, and it's good. So our new score, 7:33 left in this contest from Foshee Henderson Stadium. Shades Valley 28, Stanhope Elmore 21. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network.
Good morning, Alabama.
How'd you sleep last night?
Don't miss the gigantic floor model clearance sale now through Saturday at Wolf Boys Bedding. Pillows and mattress protectors just $10. 50% off Sutherland floor models. 50% off floor model adjustable bases. And save up to $1,000 on qualified Jamieson sets. Don't miss the gigantic floor model clearance sale now through Saturday at Wolf Boys Bedding. Don't count sheep, get a great night's sleep from Wolf Boys Bedding next to American Oak and More.
So, Darryl, it's been a wild fourth quarter. We've seen the Mustangs battle back from the 14-point deficit, and here's Shades Valley showing a lot of resolve on the road to answer with their own score.
Yeah, and now you've got Stanhope, who has scored its last two possessions, trying to do it again to tie this game up, and just really going to be a slugfest the rest of this game.
So it's McMillan.
And watch the special teams here. The return game has been so dynamic for Stanhope Elmore.
McMillan and Harris back deep. They're going to kick it to McMillan. Camp's under at his 6-yard line. Trying to come to the near side here. He breaks containment across the 20, slips for a second, regains control across the 30. A lot of running there to get out to the 33-yard line. A nice return by McMillan.
Yeah, you got to be careful.
Yeah, a lot of extracurricular activity there that time. Oh, that's going to be a flag. That's going to be there was contact there with an official.
It sure was. I mean, he threw a right arm. I don't know if he realized that was the official.
Yeah, I think he was just trying to push off.
I think he thought that it might have been, and I think he's ejected. I think that official just pointed and said bye, and that's a huge loss. McMillan, such a dynamic offensive player as well, but I don't think that to speculate that he knew that was the official. The way he pushed off like that with the right arm, I think he thought it was another defender.
Yeah, there were two players there kind of wrapped up there after the tackle, and they kind of got spun out. And I think, the reality here is the officials almost have the same colors as Shades Valley here.
Yeah, they sure do.
So they'll get this sorted out. 7:19 left.
And on top of that, there's a penalty yardage to make it marked off, which makes it worse.
Mark this back inside the 20, probably when it's all said and done. So lengthy discussion here. We have a dead ball.
Dead ball.
On sportsmanlike conduct.
Called against the Mustangs.
Against the Mustangs. I don't see the ejection.
I tell you,
signal,
and if it's not, he is very, very fortunate that he is still in the football game.
They're going to mark this back to the 19-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. Caden Anderson in there, receiver.
Conduct called against the Mustangs. That penalty is 15 yards. It will be first down and 10 for the Mustangs.
1st and 10 from the 19.
Mustang 18-yard line.
Duncan in the backfield. They're going to run a quarterback sweep to the near side here. Boy, that is a great tackle there for Bo Spearman for Shades Valley.
Yeah, that's a great tackle. I mean, he shot out like a rocket. But then to have the presence of mind to wrap him up low, great job by Shades Valley there on the tackle.
I was looking for the receiver that came in. It was number 28 for Stanhope Elmore, but that's the man we don't have a number for, so we'll just go with him with number 28. We talked about him earlier. So 2nd and 14, 6:50 left in this contest. Mustangs backed up deep now. They fake the handoff to Duncan to the screen here to Harris on the near side. And good pursuit that time for Shades Valley as it's a minimal game.
Yeah, they're doing a great job defensively in containment. They sniffed that screen out that time, Kane. If not, Harris could have been gone.
So it's 3rd down. Going to call it about 9 here for the Mustangs as we approach the midway point of the 4th quarter. McGee. Gets away from one group. Coming near side here. Oh, my goodness. He's going to be dropped back down at the 8-yard line. That's a huge sack by the defensive line for Shades Valley.
Yeah, great pursuit. That's Howard again. Did a good job, number 32, but they really corralled him. They gave him no options to get outside at all. And that's a huge defensive stop by Shades Valley after taking the lead.
And 4th down and 18 from back on the 9-yard line. So not much option here for Coach Bradford instead. They got a punt and play defense at this point as
hope to
Sanders.
And hope to get it back. They got 3 timeouts, but hope to get it back with at least 2.5 minutes to go.
Sanders not standing. They moves all the way up to his 40-yard line. We saw a bad punt for the Mustangs earlier tonight. Got to get this one off. Play clock at 12. And now we got a movement up front.
Penalty flag on the play.
I think that's against Stanhope Elmore again.
Ooh. Really is going to make it difficult punting now. Nope, that's against Shades Valley. Gives them a little more room, a little breathing room.
Going to move it out 5 yards. Maybe someone was, a sportsmanlike conduct against Shades Valley. Ooh, that's 15 yards. Look at this. Oh, my goodness.
Is that an automatic first down?
I don't think. No, it's still going to be 4th down and 5, it looks like. But it's a dead ball foul.
That's a 15-yard penalty.
They could decide to go for it now, but anyway, it helps out at least on field position.
It really
here.
does. Huge for field position.
Must have been some trash talking going on down there along the line of scrimmage. High snap. Kick is short again. Hits at the 40, takes a little bit of a roll for the Mustangs, but great field position for Shades Valley with 4:56 left. And I would expect to see the ball in the hands of Mr. A.J. Williams from here on out.
Just feed him. If you stop him, tip your hat to Stanhope, but I'd keep giving the ball to Williams. And that quarterback read, too, with Sims has been working good, too. Because of the threat of Williams, you've got that option. But I wouldn't put it up in the air for 2 reasons. Number one, you could get it intercepted. Number two, incompletions stop the clock. Make Stanhope use its timeout.
So 4:56 left. Let's see how Shades Valley, if they try to milk the clock. As Sims is going to come out there at the quarterback position with Williams. Handoff Williams, right side. He's going to have positive yardage across the 45 to the 43. Picks up about 3 on the play.
Ideally, if you're Coach Bradford, you'd like to get the ball back with about 3 minutes and still have all 3 of your timeouts, not have to use one yet.
Yeah, not at the point of desperation yet where they have to use them necessarily.
No, but if you get them on offense, it really gives you so much more flexibility. You can use the middle of the field. You can run.
2nd and 7. Shades Valley milking that clock here. Play clock down to 5. Williams gets this time 10, and that time it is Hardy in the backfield making a huge play.
Yeah, Hardy's been huge tonight. He's made some big plays. None bigger than that right there. Now the clock's going to tick under 4 minutes.
3rd down and long.
Brings up 3rd down and 17.
If you're Shades Valley, maybe a pass instead of 3rd down. That's 3rd and 17. When they mark that all said and done. So Hardy forces a 10-yard loss there on the run.
And you wonder if they punt, if McMillan goes back to return that punt.
Empty set. Sims by himself.
Delay a game right here.
They're going to get the timeout. The coach over there got on the sideline. Oh, no, well, I say that. Well, he called delay. Over there, the coach was calling timeout. The head official doesn't. I think we're going to get a correction again. Well, he's still calling delay a game. There's not much communication going on between the officials.
No, and if it's a delay a game, why can you go to the sidelines and
so
talk?
They think that Shades Valley thinks they have a timeout. I specifically was watching the official on the far side that time.
So look,
and now they moved the yard marker back here to the 49, so they have not enforced the penalty yet.
Yeah, I'll say it. Stanhope hadn't got any breaks with the officiating tonight.
Yeah, it's been a
bottom line. You don't expect that when you have a team coming in from Birmingham on your home field, but they have not gotten any help at all.
So the clock
and they're not communicating. I think that's the thing.
Yeah.
You don't mind as a head coach if they're confident of their call and they see it. But I think down here on that pass out of bounds, pass out of scrimmage, that official didn't even see it.
Yeah.
Wasn't looking for
it.
So that's where you get frustrated as a coach.
And we still have not had a signal either way. We had the delay. They haven't marked off the penalty.
And I'll be fair about it both ways.
Are.
McMillan shouldn't be in this ball game either. Yeah. I mean, to leave him in the game isn't really doing your duty as an official either. So it's been frustrating. That is the one break they've gotten.
They are going to mark off the penalty, and now the head official is going over to the Shades Valley
So what they did is they mark off the penalty and charge the timeout. So they that's what they did. The penalty came first. The timeout came after. Shades Valley thought they got the timeout in time. They didn't, so they have to charge the timeout. That's a double whammy if you're Shades Valley. You lose 5 yards and you stop the clock. And just what we were talking about, Stanhope can get the ball back with 3 minutes and 3 timeouts.
So third down now and 22 according to the scoreboard here at Foshee Henderson Stadium. Coach Bradford out the numbers, and I don't blame him, trying to get an explanation here as to what is going on.
And, I mean, be decisive.
And Shades Valley's coaches aren't happy either. There's just a lot of confusion right now for both sides. Everybody's kind of standing and wondering.
We had a clock issue that didn't get run down here. Yep. That's just – those are mental, errors, physical things, and looking at stuff. Officials make mistakes, I get that, but preparation's important.
So – now the head official's coming back over here. He's going to talk to Coach Bradford. A lot of anticipation here, whether it's a delay game or a 5-yard penalty. For the record, they have marked off the penalty for the moment.
They have, yeah.
It's one timeout showing on the scoreboard, and as Darryl stated a second ago, that would be the double whammy.
Okay, so it looks like that's what it is. Delay of game, then the timeout.
And now we have another conversation from the other side, from the far side official.
Unbelievable.
Oh, my gosh.
Call and stick with it.
It's a hot night here in Millbrook. No breeze at all. And people getting a little restless here at the indecisiveness. And officials work hard here, but they need to try to get this fixed here immediately. So they're going to mark it off. We're going to go with it apparently. 3rd and 22, delay game. We'll go with one timeout now for Shades Valley on the scoreboard. We'll use that as the official one for the moment. Empty set here for Sims. 3 receivers to the near side. And Sims rolls. He tries to dump it off late. It's a one hopper over there. Goes incomplete. It's 4th down, and the clock stops for Stanhope Elmore.
Man, that's huge. That's a great. So what was it? 1:20? I think is all they really used off the clock. And whatever Stanhope's doing defensively as far as rushing the passer has been just genius because they're getting pressure. It's almost like the offensive line of Shades Valley is just letting them go. McMillan is deep to receive the punt.
Harris is the short man. McMillan's back there with him, so he's still in the game. And Stanhope might get out of this all right here on the field position when it looked like they were going to be pinned back deep a few moments ago. They come after it.
Oh,
kicks
he
away.
shanked it.
Yeah. Oh, there's contact with the punter there. I don't see a flag. It's picked up here. Harris coming to the near side, has some room. He has the sideline. He may take it all the way. Has some blockers in front. Cuts it to the left. Spins out of it at the 10, all the way down to the 3-yard line. An incredible return for Teddy Harris.
That's highlight stuff right there. Anybody watching that game, go to 3:29 left when this ball game's over and watch that play over and over again. Highlight material. And the punter saved a touchdown. He didn't bring him down, but he held him up enough.
68-yard return down to the 2-yard line. All Teddy Harris. Everybody kind of stopped on the short punt. And Harris, to his credit, did not.
And you're exactly right. That was a great job. And then the punter to get off the deck, I think he got hit.
He did.
To make the play on the sidelines. But Stanhope really in business here.
So we're having trouble getting McGee's out there on offense. 3:25 left. 1st and goal for the Mustangs.
If you're the Stanhope student section, you don't need to make noise right now.
Correction, the ball has been moved to the 3-yard line.
Moving back to the 3-yard line officially here.
Look for the keeper right here with McGee.
And we got another running back in the game. It's number 27 for the Mustangs. McGee's going to keep it anyway himself. He's in for the touchdown. 28-27. What a contest we're having here tonight.
Two Friday nights in a row, Kane. We have been blessed with a humdinger of a football game. And this one looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Look how much time's left. Now that timeout, though, could come back to haunt the Mounties.
So Dylan Presetti.
Ooh, this is big.
Gonna try to tie it up again with his foot here. The right foot of Presetti. 3 for 3 so far tonight. It was 5 for 5 last week on extra points. Shades Valley coming after this one. Good snap and spot. It's up. And it's good. 3:20 left here from Foshee Henderson Stadium in Millbrook. It's Shades Valley 28, Stanhope Elmore 28. You're watching the Montgomery Sports Network Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So 3:20 left here in Millbrook. It is Stanhope Elmore rallying again to tie the game at 28. And high drama once again here on a Friday night. Darryl just called it a moment ago here. We had the last second game, the walk-off for Lanier last Friday. Have another close one here tonight at Foshee Henderson Stadium.
Well, you know, the key here is with 3:20 and Stanhope having 3 timeouts left, if they can get Shades Valley to go 3 and out, they have positioned themselves for the game-winning drive.
So does Williams, and it looks like Sanders back deep again. Sanders going to take it at the 15. Cuts right across the 30. Good open field tackle there because he had a seam for a moment. He's out to the 35-yard line.
He really did. That was a great open field tackle by number 5 for Stanhope Elmore. I've got it. Marlon Hunt that time.
So let's reset it here. 3:14 left. Shades Valley apparently only with 1 timeout remaining after the fiasco there with the apparent delay of game. So we're tied at 28. And the Mounties are going to have to try to move into the scoring position here in these final 3 minutes. So all 3 timeouts, as Darryl correctly pointed out a minute ago, remain for Stanhope Elmore. Sims back there by himself. He's going to look to throw him first down. Goes for the slant, and it's going to go incomplete. Boy, Stanhope had a read on that play that time. They were ready for it.
Yeah, that almost went to the house, and that was almost housed.
Looks like it was check that back. It was Hunt again breaking on the football there for the Mustangs. Clock stopped, 3:10 left here. I don't see Williams in the game at the moment, or unless he's out there at receiver. He's out on the 3rd receiver right now for Shades Valley. So they're looking for Isaac Sims to try to make a play down the field here. They put Thomas in motion behind the formation. They fake the sweep. Sims cuts it up. He has a lot of room across the 45. Breaks to the near sideline. Loses his footing and is finally knocked out of bounds at the 40-yard line, but not before he gains 25 yards and a first down.
Sims has been dynamic when he's kept the ball all night on the keeper, and I think what kept him from even getting more yards on that is just fatigue. You can see he lost his balance. He was a little bit tired. And at some point, Stanhope's got to think about using their timeouts. Not yet, but I would think when he gets around 2 minutes to give yourself a chance if Shades Valley does score.
So 3:02 left, clock stop. This time Williams comes in the backfield. Sims pulls it again left side, trying to work his way out for a couple yards down to the 38-yard line.
He's spent.
Yeah.
He couldn't get outside. He's got no legs, and I don't blame the young man.
Yeah.
He has run crazy tonight in this heat and humidity.
It is hot. It is humid. There's been no breeze all night. Temperature was in the mid to high 90s here in the Millbrook area today. And it's 2nd and 8 for Shades Valley. Stanhope having a little trouble getting lined up here. Still 10 seconds on the play clock. They're going to flip Williams to the right side here. They fake the handoff, look to throw over the middle, and the pass is going to be caught for a first down that time. That's going to be number 4, Slaughter, on the reception. We've seen that play several times tonight.
We have, and he didn't throw that one on the line like he's done the others. He lofted that. I really thought it had a chance of getting intercepted.
18 yards and a first down for Shades Valley. Let's see if they try to milk some clock now.
Stanhope's got to use their timeouts now.
2:08, 2:07, 2:06 and counting. Empty set here. Stanhope showing blitz. Sims is back there by himself for the moment. Play clock at 5 seconds. They're going to move Williams back. They're going to have to hurry to get this off. Williams gets it. Right side, has some blocking. Spinning his way. Still driving his legs down towards the 15-yard line. Huge pickup of 5 yards there on first down.
And The coaches on the Stanhope side are just pleading for holding right now. They think that Shades Valley is holding. It looks like Stanhope is content, just living or dying with this drive right here, not calling a timeout.
130, 129, 128. Have to figure it's getting close to field goal range here for Braxton Smith. We see him kick the ball over to Fieldhouse, so they should be within his range right now. It'll be about a 33-yard attempt from this spot. Low snap. Trouble in the backfield. A drop for a huge loss. Looks like number 9, Cordell Love on the play there for the Mustangs.
I just don't understand why you're not using your timeouts. You don't want to go to overtime with them. They do you no good to go home with them.
So 3rd and 6, under a minute to play. Both these teams really spent right now. A lot of hands on the hips out there trying to get this game to the finish line. Clock still running, 45 seconds, 15 on the play clock. We might see Shades Valley running down and call a timeout.
I mean, it's 3rd down. You know, you stop the clock with 1:15 and hold them on 4th. You get the ball with a minute to go.
Sims keeps it. He's down to the 21. 30 seconds left.
Now he calls a timeout.
That was a timeout. 26.8 seconds left. So we're going to take a quick timeout here. Tied at 28. You're watching the Extermatech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech 334-209-4590.
So Stanhope Elmore's defense makes a stand here. They've forced it back to the 23-yard line.
What do you think, Kane, about the timeout situation?
Well,
I mean, just your opinion. Would you have taken it earlier?
Basically, right now, I understand they're trying to it's a tough call. It's a tough call.
I mean, you give
way.
yourself a chance if you do it on 3rd down. You have over a minute left, and then you've got 2 timeouts.
I understand the thinking that you're giving them more time to get down the field, too, although the ball's on the 23-yard line here. 4th down, going to the yard marker. Scoreboard says 3rd down. We have 4th down on the yard marker over there. 3rd on the scoreboard. So it looks like Shades Valley is going to take a shot to the end zone here. Williams in motion. They're going to the back corner over there. Far end zone. A lot of contact. That's going to be interference. And another bad break for the Mustangs. It's going to be interference and move the football up here for Shades Valley.
Yeah, he didn't play the ball. He jumped and face guarded, had his back to the football. That's an easy call to make.
And that play, Shades Valley's going to that play several times in desperate situations, although that time I don't think it was Olds was the returning receiver.
Another penalty flag got just thrown, and I think that's unsportsmanlike conduct by the defender for Stanhope who said something to the official.
So here we are, 19 seconds left.
You cannot lose your composure when something like that happens, because now you go half the distance to the goal. A chip shot field goal wins it.
19 seconds left. We'll have to sort this out here. Head official coming here. He's gotten a lot of airtime tonight. Pass interference against the Mustangs. And then we have, he's still not sure who he's talking to now. It looks like dead ball on sportsmanlike conduct, as you called it, Darryl, against the Mustangs. So 2 more penalties.
So if it's a 15-yarder on the pass interference, right, that goes to the 8, and then you're half the distance to the goal, I think they're set up at the 4.
4 or 5 yard line, so it's basically a distance of an extra point here. They may just kick it now. Now the scoreboard says no timeouts remaining. We saw the delay game earlier. We don't know officially if Shades Valley was given a timeout on the taken away or not.
That could be big.
So that could be a factor in the decision here for the coaching staff as the clock winds down. 19 seconds left. It's 4th and 11. Check that. It's going to be 1st and goal at the 6-yard line. I got to stop looking at the scoreboard.
You know, that's the key, though. You got no timeout, so you really, if you run a play and can't get up fast enough.
And now we have a timeout taken by the Mustangs with 19 seconds left. So we have 1st and goal with the 6. So just to reset where we were at. Going back about 3 minutes ago, we had a long extended delay game penalty where it looked like they enforced the delay game and the timeout on Shades Valley, but there was no clarification from the officials whether the timeout was officially taken or not.
Correct.
We've never seen a signal, but the scoreboard says 0, so there's a possibility there could still be one timeout remaining for Shades Valley
And
at this
that's
point.
huge because if you try to run a play right here that's not a pass play and you cannot get to the line of scrimmage quick enough to try the field goal, time could run out. If you lay on top of the ball carrier, anything could happen. I mean, you've got to run the play, get up, spike the ball if you don't have that timeout.
And we saw that last Saturday. If you watch the Florida State game, they had a major snafu before halftime with the same thing. So first and goal with the 6. We've seen Williams and the Wildcats several times down here in this situation tonight. I don't think they'll put the ball in the air. Be really risky with a player like Hardy back there in the secondary.
Goal for the Mounties.
So they're going to bring, looks like, empty backfield for the moment with Sims. They're going to motion Sanders to the left. They're going to roll the pocket. Sims looks, throws, and it goes incomplete. Looked like he might have had Sanders breaking open on the flat out there.
Yeah, and obviously the strategy here is just to throw the ball because if you don't get a touchdown, you can obviously throw it away. And now maybe the field goal team's coming on. Nope.
So Shades Valley,
Wildcat.
Williams back there. Calling the signal. Takes it to the right. Lowers the shoulder. And he is in apparently for the touchdown for Shades Valley with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, if he doesn't get in the end zone there, it gets awfully hairy if they don't have a timeout.
That was a late call there from the side official, but he gets in. Well, we saw the side official here said timeout. The clock stopped with 10 seconds. So the scoreboard says 35. That's not correct. It's 34-28 at the moment.
Right.
Touchdown for the Mounties.
And the extra point attempt here. We'll see if they bring Braxton Smith back in for the PAT. And the big homecoming crowd here starting to empty out here with 10 seconds remaining. Snap, spot, kicks up, and it's good.
Extra point is
so
good.
it's 35-28 Shades Valley. We're going to take a quick timeout here. You're watching the Extermin Tech Pest Control Game of the Week here on the Montgomery Sports Network.
Stanhope Elmore Mustangs 28.
Injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com.
So 10 seconds remaining, 35-28 Shades Valley as they drive the field there for the 60-yard drive on the score, 35-28. We'll see if the Mustangs can get something going on this return game. I would expect Shades Valley probably to pooch it or squib it at this point.
Yeah, squib kick is what you need. Get one of the up linemen to fall on it.
As we've seen both Harris and McMillan make plays and special teams throughout the course of the year for Stanhope Elmore. And now we got a whistle on the far side, and that's going to answer our question from a while ago. Timeout, Shades Valley. So they did have one timeout left.
They did have one, and that's why they ran
it.
So
that explains a lot about decisions down the stretch there and so forth. But Shades Valley, we were wondering whether they throw the ball, run the ball, could they run it? But the scoreboard had said 0, and that's not the scoreboard operator's fault. There was no clarification from the officials there.
They attempted to call timeout. That timeout was reinstated because of the penalty.
We're hearing
it was one timeout.
The same explanation we heard earlier. So we were on the ball there, but hey, it is what it is. So Shades Valley here is going to line up to kick it. 10 seconds left. So this is a non-region game for both teams. So nobody's season's really affected by tonight's outcome. At the end of the day, Stanhope Elmore is still going to be tied for first in Class 6A Region 3 play. And Shades Valley is still going to be sitting there 1-1 in region play. But the momentum both teams had coming in here. Stanhope Elmore had things rolling the last couple of weeks with some big victories over Calera and Benjamin Russell. So they'll have to try to right the ship if they can't get into the end zone here in the final 10 seconds. Shades Valley goes to play Vestavia Hills next week. And they're going to kick it deep. On near the sideline, it's McMillan coming to the near side, trying to get the corner. He's dropped at the 11-yard line. Great coverage by Shades Valley.
Yeah, he felt like the only chance he had was to get wide, and really great pursuit, backside pursuit that time by Shades Valley. And really, Stanhope's got one play left to run here.
So they're going to take a timeout. Carenzi McGee, who did not start tonight, we're not very sure what the reason was behind that, entered the game in the third quarter, led 2 scoring drives. And then we had the big punt return from Teddy Harris. A lot of big plays on both sides of the football tonight for each team tonight, Darryl.
Exciting game, great big plays, and man, it was great to watch. It was a very, very explosive game full of big plays.
And it's hot.
It was a little sloppy from a penalty standpoint, especially I think there was 3 or 4 unsportsmanlike conducts that we saw.
Yeah, they had a couple there back and forth, each team jawing a little bit on a couple of the punts. But Shades Valley is 5 seconds away from heading back up 65 north here with a huge victory for them and their program at this stage in the year after starting out 0-2. But again, they play some really good teams in Jackson, Olin, and Pinson Valley. Pinson Valley number 2 in the state. And Stanhope Elmore is going to get Wetumpka here in 2 weeks, right here at Foshee Henderson Stadium, in a huge game that's going to have a lot of implications on region championships and playoff seeding as the season goes on. So Shades Valley right now, they have a couple safeties back at the 30-yard line, about 20 yards off the line of scrimmage here. McGee going to throw to Bradford. They flip it there to Teddy Harris. Harris is racing to the right, and he pitches at the last second, and out of bounds will go to the Stanhope receiver over there on the far side. A good play, picks up about 25, 30 yards, but that's going to be the end of the game as our final score tonight from Foshee Henderson Stadium in a barn burner. Shades Valley's going to get out of here and escape with a 35-28 victory over the homestanding Mustangs. We're going to take a timeout here on the Montgomery Sports Network. We'll be back in just a moment.
La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery, is one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants. From our great lunch selection and value to our tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner, La Zona Rosa has something to offer all connoisseurs of fine Mexican dining. Come on down today and enjoy some great Mexican. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe on Zelda Road, minutes from downtown. Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team. If you have bugs bugging you, join the Extermatech family and have peace of mind that comes from the expertise of a professional company and enjoy their personal service. Extermatech is locally owned and operated. They've been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Each and every customer is important to them. Customer service, their #1 goal. Call Extermatech, 334-209-4590.
We're not your daddy's rock and roll station. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump. The only radio station in Montgomery playing new rock alternative. 104.9, The Gump. Montgomery's alternative rock station. 104.9, The Gump.
I had a dream, a beautiful dream. I couldn't believe how real it seemed. Up on stage, in the field of green, on the winding river, and a song you'll sing. When I wake up, I'll see you here in Montgomery, where dreams come true.
If you're injured on the job, the law requires your employer to pay your medical expenses and cover your lost wages for any work-related injury. Employers and their insurers often try to deny workers' compensation claims or limit your benefits. Whether you're totally disabled and cannot work, or if you've suffered some impairment, attorney Matt Matthews has years of experience litigating. For more information, go to the website protectingalworkers.com. That's protectingalworkers.com. Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks Incorporated is a locally owned and operated business in Montgomery, Alabama. And we've been in business since 1985 and served Montgomery and the surrounding counties with burglar bars, ironworks. Our philosophy is being honest, dependable, and treating each customer with respect and selling a quality product at a fair price. If you need burglar bars or ironwork of any kind, call Midstate Burglar Bars and Ironworks, Montgomery.
It was 1917. Charlie Chaplin appeared as the Little Tramp, Walt Disney graduated from high school, and Woodrow Wilson was reelected president. And in Montgomery, Chris's sold their very first hot dog. Move forward to the 1950s. Hank Williams was hanging out at Chris's. Up through the 70s and 80s, many stars and politicians discovered Montgomery's little secret. Jump ahead to the new millennium. Riverwalk Stadium, the alleyway, and the new downtown. It's now 100 years later, and Chris's is still serving their world-famous hot dogs at 138 Dexter Avenue. How long has it been since you've tasted the city's most famous hot dog? Make Chris's part of your family history. Still family-owned and operated, Chris's makes every hot dog and hamburger to order. Take Chris's to your next party or event. Call-in orders are welcome. Online at chrishotdogs.com and on Facebook. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Taste the tradition.
So we're back here at Foshee Henderson Stadium to wrap things up quickly. Daryl, Stanhope Elmore falls tonight 35-28. A huge victory tonight for Shades Valley.
You know, just a game full of big plays. Kind of felt like whoever had the ball last was going to win this game. There were some chippiness and some penalties, some self-inflicted things by both teams. But at the end of the day, you know, it was kind of back and forth. Stanhope took a lead. Then Shades Valley came back and went up 21-7. And then game got tied twice, 21-21 and 28-28. It was a great game to watch, full of explosive plays and big-time players. Both defenses played well despite the score. I mean, 35-28 seems like, oh, it's a shootout. No, they both played well. Just a lot of offensive firepower on the field.
Yeah, the pick six early in the second quarter there for Shades Valley. They also recovered the fumble, had the short field. So a great contest tonight. Barn burner here in Millbrook. Final score once again here on the Montgomery Sports Network. Shades Valley 35, Stanhope Elmore 28. We're going to take a quick timeout, come back, get our players of the game, and wrap things up from here in Millbrook.
Experience the history of the first country music superstar and see how Hank Williams transformed country music and sowed the seeds of what was to become American music. Visit the Hank Williams Museum, nestled in historic downtown Montgomery, Alabama. The Hank Williams Museum is one of the top tourist attractions in Alabama. Museum hours are 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Monday through Friday, 10 to 4 on Saturday, and 1 to 4 on Sunday. And they offer group rates, AAA, and military discounts.
Montgomery's best country is on Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Bama Country with Bubba and Christy every weekday morning 5:30 to 10 a.m.
We're gonna have a house party.
Bama Country playing today's best country and all the country legends. Bama Country 98.9 WBAM. Listen to Bama Country 98.9 WBAM.
And it's time for our offensive and defensive all-stars of the game here on the Montgomery Sports Network. It is the Montgomery Sports Network Offensive All-Star of the game, sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, is going to be number 2 for Shades Valley, Dre Olds, who had 5 catches tonight for 122 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah, you know, this is one of those games, Kane, where we really had a lot of choices. I mean, normally it's pretty definitive as to who the offensive player is. We could have went with a lot of selections, but he really stood out. You know, he got hurt. They didn't have him on that last drive, and you could see the difference. But he had a great game and was key to their victory tonight.
And the Montgomery Sports Network Defensive All-Star of the game, sponsored by attorney Matt Matthews, is going to be number 4, Trey Hardy for Stanhope Elmore, who had several big plays, including tackles for loss behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that was the key. He was disruptive all night long. And late in the game where they needed defensive stops, Trey Hardy did a great job of getting in the offensive backfield and causing all kind of havoc.
So we'll take a moment here to thank our sponsors of the Montgomery Sports Network. We'd like to thank our title sponsor, Extermatech Pest Control. Locally owned and operated, Extermatech Pest Control is a small, passionate, and powerful team voted best in Montgomery. If you have bugs bugging you, call Extermatech. They have been bugging the competition for over 15 years. Call 334-209-4590. ProtectingALWorkers.com. Workers' compensation attorney Matt Matthews has many years of experience litigating workers' compensation cases in Alabama. If you are hurt on the job, he can help you get the benefits you deserve. Visit ProtectingALWorkers.com or call 334-721-4878. We'd also like to thank the Hank Williams Museum. This 6,000-square-foot museum is located at 118 Commerce Street in downtown Montgomery. You can take a step back in time and learn about the musical history and life of a Montgomery man who is known as legendary singer Hank Williams. Browse the large gift shop. Groups are welcome. Chris's Famous Hot Dogs. Chris is celebrating his 101st year in business in the capital city. Located just down the street from the Capitol at 138 Dexter Avenue, Chris's Famous Hot Dogs taste the tradition. Call orders in advance, 334-265-6850. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks. Mid-State Burglar Bars and Ironworks is a local owned and operated business. They have been in business since 1985 and serve Montgomery and the surrounding counties. They build and install burglar bars, AC guards, storm doors, and more. Make sure to check out the decorative handrails, a work of art. Their philosophy is being honest, dependable, fair priced, and to treat each customer with respect. Call Mid-State 334-313-9015.
American Oak & More, committed to offering exceptional furniture at affordable prices. American Oak & More's friendly staff will help you locate exactly what you're looking for, from patio, mattresses, dining, bedroom, living room, entertainment consoles, youth, occasional furniture, and more. Voted best in Montgomery. You don't pay with fake money, so don't settle for fake wood. Call 334-277-7793. La Zona Rosa Hillwood Mexican Cafe, located at 2838 Zelda Road, minutes from downtown Montgomery. They are one of the area's finest Mexican restaurants, from their great lunch selection and value to the tablecloth and candle evening atmosphere for dinner. La Zona Rosa has something for all. Dine in or carry out available. Call 334-274-1153. Industrial Specialty Company Incorporated, since its inception in 1974. Industrial Specialty Company has built an international reputation as a premier provider of high-quality precision machine parts and assemblies, custom designed and fabricated industrial equipment, fixturing, tooling, aluminum anodizing, and military spec painting. Virtually every operation necessary in creating a part is completed under one roof, enabling ISCI to control each project each step of the way. Their one-stop shop organization greatly simplifies client purchasing efforts and significantly reduces cost and lead times of products. Visit their website, www.iscimfg.com, or call 334-277-2224 to learn more about ISCI. And our media partner, the stations of Blue Water Broadcasting, News Talk 93.1, KISS FM 96.1, 97.9 Jams, Bama Country 98.9, Yo 100.5, Classic Country The Possum 104.9 The Gump, and 107.1 The Vault. They are local folks helping local businesses. Call them today and let them help your business at 334-244-0961. Thank you to all our sponsors. We couldn't do this without you. Please support them and tell them Montgomery Sports Network sent you.
So a great game tonight here in Millbrook. Shades Valley escapes with a 35-28 victory, back and forth all night. Exciting second half here on the Extermatech Pest Control game of the week. Next week we will be out at Trinity for Montgomery Academy as they go across town to take on Trinity out there on their home field.
Good choice tonight coming to this game, and we kind of sailed under a lucky star on that one. You couldn't ask for a better game, and to choose this game next week, another Capital City rivalry. Got word that it's their pink out night, so there'll be a lot of pink in the stands for cancer awareness. A lot of people there. They're going to be supporting that cause, so should be a special night. And Montgomery Academy and Trinity, when they tee it up, it's always very interesting.
So we'll wrap things up here from Foshee Henderson Stadium. So our executive producer is Stephanie House. Our technical director is Tommy House. Stephen Mock is our replay operator. On camera, we have John Holman and Josh Cheney tonight. And in the booth, we thank Darryl Dapprich, and my name is Kane Young. We're signing off for the evening from Foshee Henderson Stadium here in Millbrook, where our final score, Shades Valley, a winner 35-28 over the homestanding Stanhope Elmore Mustangs. We leave you with some highlights from the night's game, and good night, everyone.